Sunday broadcast. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI, known as Koikimedia on the social media space. As we kickstart the program this beautiful Sunday morning, we welcome each and every one of you that have joined us, and those of you that will be watching the transmission later on as well. Good morning and welcome to the 30th day of the month of August 2024. It's just coming up to almost 9:28 a.m. from London, where this transmission is coming from. We give glory to the Almighty God of the Yoruba land. We give glory to all the other gods that you serve. And we hope that as we continue to deliver our message of hope, one day we will finally bury Nigeria, so that the true owner of Nigerians that are indigenous people, the Yoruba, the Hausas, the Igbos, and the rest of the groups will also have the privilege to all be free. This program, as usual, under the leadership of Professor Adebanji Akintoye, the leader of the Yoruba Self-Determination Group, we would like to say thank you so much, Father, for the great work that you have done so far, and the more you are going to do. We would like to say thank you so much, we Father, love you, we appreciate you, work. And we give thanks to have you as a father at this very difficult time in the history of the Yoruba people, when so many people have decided to stay behind rather than coming forth to make sure that the Yoruba people can be free from the shackles and the bondage of Nigeria. So there's quite a lot to discuss as usual this morning, but we are using today as much as every other day to appreciate Professor Adebanji Akintoye. As we appreciate him, we appreciate Dr. Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, and we also appreciate Otumba Demola and the many other leaders within the Yoruba Nation movement that are working tirelessly to make sure that the Yoruba people can be free from the shackles and the bondage of Nigeria. As you all know, and you're all aware that Nigeria was established as a business entity by the British in 1914 after over 500 years of slavery. Rather than allow every indigenous people to go and set up their own country as known as Yoruba people, Nigeria was formed by the British under the governor administrator of the time, and likewise as over 110 years now, the question remains, are we one? And if we are not one, what should we be doing right now to make sure that everybody have the privilege to go their separate ways? We kickstart like this. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kàgbéga, kàgbéga, kàgbéga fàlérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́, ká jọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ́ ká máa lépa. Tẹ̀síwájú.
saw 3 flags. Write it down. Nigeria will be divided to 3. Okay. Write it down. Thus says the Lord. The month of October, November. For Nigeria, our country. Nigeria, our country, need prayers. We are going to pray. The prayer we're going to pray now is going to be for the next 3 months. For the next 3 months. Between now and the next 3 months, I would like us to pray against complete shutdown of only Abuja. Complete shutdown, complete lockup. I'd like us to pray against complete lockup. Not sickness, but major attack. Major attack where all the checkpoints into Abuja will not be secured Nigerian security agents, but unknown gunmen. I'm going to say something. I know it's going to sound very bad to some people, but it's the right thing. The right thing. I will not say we should raise prayer war against any security agent that is not approved by Nigeria. But I see a security agent, I see a force that is not approved by Nigeria fighting Nigeria and killing Nigerian security agents massively. Tó o bá mọ ọkọ tí àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ẹ ṣe tí wọ́n massively. The next 3 months, I want to beg us to pray for Nigerian security agents. I see police, civil defense.
I just wait till I shoot on my live program. My live program by my live by.
Navy, even the paramilitary like immigrations. I see them in trouble running helter-skelter because they are the target now, not me and you. They are the target. A father eats grape and the teeth of the son is going sour is an abomination. We have to pray for Nigeria. The presidency have to wake up. Even though the strength is no longer there, we have to wake up. You don't wait for the person that is no more to give you order. You don't wait for the person that is no more to give you order. A dead man cannot give you command. Are you together with me? We need to pray for our country. We don't have any other country apart from Nigeria. Are you hearing me? Hello? How many of you are from Cameroon here? From Ghana? Sierra Leone?
Nigeria ti expire ní 2014. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ àwọn nínú ẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ ká pín kólúkólùkù máa lọ. Káwa Yorùbá ká lọ bójú tó ọ̀rọ̀ ara wa. A ní ìdègbòkí láti lò. A nílò tablet àgbòlání àti èkì ńláńlá bí ayélára bí lẹ́ràn bí àṣàtálá bí àwọn nǹkan tá ní ìdì nìyẹn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àní nígbà tí wọ́n kó wa lẹ́rú tó kún bẹ́ẹ̀lẹ̀ níbi second world war ọmọ kan tó mú ìdí ẹ̀sìn ni. Wọ́n yìnbọn sí Yorùbá kò rán. Wọ́n sọ aládàá kò rán. Wọ́n sọ lábẹ́ kò rán. Wọ́n ṣe wọ́n jùmọ̀ tó ní wọ́n fẹ̀ jáde. Wọ́n ní nínú àwọn èèyàn wọlé lẹ́yìn kí ló máa lọ fi ta wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀sìn agbé wọlé wọn lọ́wọ́. Ìyẹn ní kristian ẹ wo wèrè wájà ẹ wo wèrè nígbà tó wá yá wọ́n tó wá kọ̀ọ̀bù jáde àwọn Abẹ́òkúta àwọn olóńgbé àwọn British lọ. Wọ́n gbòògùn tó iṣẹ́ wọ́n gbòògùn sínú bàtà wọ́n gbòògùn sínú oúnjẹ wọn náà ṣe bá dé wọ́n kó ìdìbò l'Abẹ́òkúta ó padà délé òtútù bí ẹ̀wù wèrè. Wọ́n pa Abíọ́lá wọ́n gbéjọba fún sọ́nẹ́gàn ṣé sọ́nẹ́gàn fi ṣe wèrè. Wọ́n pa Abíọ́lá wọ́n ní kábíọ́ Ọbásanjọ́ tuntun àtọ̀túnmọ̀ ọjọ́ mẹ́jọ tí ó bá jẹ́ kìí sẹ́yìn àlè tó yẹ kó bá nítorí ajé wèrè nítorí ajé wèrè nítorí ajé.
I don't know when it's going to start. So for free, I'm giving you a free information. I'm telling you this message for free. For you to avoid sit at home. 3 days prayer. From on the 19th, 20, and 21. God, the only prayer is, Father, have mercy. Because the sit down at home that will cause everybody to run and scatter. The sit down at home that will cause people to run. The father will not be able to recognize the children. They will say, I'm staff. Pray on the 19th, 20, and 21 of this month. Pray for mercy for Nigeria and Africa. And God should cancel. I'm just seeing it now. That God should cancel anything that will cause sit down at home. That will cause people to lose their children. Cause children to lose their parents. What I saw is so bloody. It's very bloody. It's bloody. When I repeat, straight bullet is there. I repeat, I am saying what I'm saying. What? As it's being revealed to me. I can see some brother I know. I repeat, pray 19, 20, 21. Nigeria should pray for mercy. Pray for mercy. I repeat, pray for mercy. On the 19th, on the 20th, on the 21. On the 19th, on the 20th, on the 21. Pray for that 3 days. That after that 3 days, God should die down. I'm not saying it will happen between that 3 days. But there's a meeting between that 3 days. Pray that God should die down by His mercy. Pass this message because there is a war coming. And the war will take lives. We take people. Children will lose their parents. Parents will lose their children. I don't know the area it's coming from. I don't know the junction it will start. But I see the portal from north. It enters south. And the south retaliates. He enter southwest, south, whatever. I will not say more than that. But I did not see where it will start. But I hear from north. I hear from north. And I hear again from south. Pray. I don't know when the war will happen. So that we will not have sit at home. The day of that prayer, on the 19th, on the 20th, and before I look at the scripture word, and I see myself right there in the month of August ending, September, October, November, and the month of December. People in Nigeria need strong prayer. People in Nigeria need strong prayer. People in Nigeria are praying now, are crying now. Oh, things are expensive. Things are difficult to buy. But in the realm of the spirit, as I look at the country, Nigeria, the month of September, from the month of August ending, September, October, November, December, things is about to triple the price of what it is.
If anybody in their mind is thinking that all these prophecies are a joke, don't take them as a joke. They are prophecies that they've seen, but somebody saw this prophecy very long time ago, but we take it for a joke. And the time has arrived that the real owners of the land wants to take their land.
These young people, they did deceive you. Why don't they do like this? People like this now. One day you must ask them, oh, you're not going to ask them. You must ask. When the time is ready, we go ask. Everybody say, yeah, yeah. These young people, they did deceive you. Why don't they do like this? People like this now. One day you must ask them, oh, you're not going to ask them. You must ask. When the time is ready, we go ask. Everybody say, yeah, yeah.
And the time is more than over ready. Nigeria expired, but they are forcing it, and it will eventually bring what many of us emphasize already. There is still a lot of room to stop whatever might be happening. I will not be mentioning names, but Mokibubu Akboye Karo, and good morning and welcome to the live transmission as we continue the program this morning. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. Gbogbo alamo in ton push tombo. Happy Sunday, and this is the last day of the month of June. If we reverse back the next 24 hours, if we reverse it back to about 3 years ago precisely, it was a very tough one in soccer. A very, very tough one. I'll remind you what actually happened because most of us have forgotten anyway. But the message that we are saying to the government of Nigeria, that it seems that many Nigerians are not happy with the state of things right now in Nigeria. Many in their millions. Many of them. But something is about to kickstart because the Nigerians are now fed up with the way Nigeria has been run for the last 63 years, with deceit, lies, dehumanized. So ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ Nigerians ọ̀rọ̀ Nigeria ó ti sún wọn. Wọ́n ti parọ́, wọ́n ti gbé wọn ní múgùn. They've literally taken us for a joke. Those that were able to have enough left. I am not talking about people like us. Those that left were part of like Akintoye. Professor Banji Akintoye left Nigeria not because he wanted to leave Nigeria. Professor Adebanji Akintoye, the leader of the Yoruba self-determination movement, left Nigeria not because he wanted to leave. He left because the system was not on their side. And from what we know and the little we've learned about him, he left out of no choice to go and find another way out, since Nigeria did not value its potential. Nigeria already potential, Professor Banji Akintoye, and those set of groups of people, those that were left in Nigeria, some of them have died, while some are still alive. I'm talking about that age group of our Nigerians, whether you are Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, and the rest, those that were born in the same year in 1935 with Professor Akintoye. Many of them that left Nigeria, if they are still alive, is because they probably have a better opportunity in the country that they left. But those in Nigeria didn't have that same opportunity. Professor Stephen Adebanji Akintoye, also known as S. Banji Akintoye, a Nigerian-born academic, an historian and a writer, well-read, but he was not given the opportunity, like many of his colleagues, his age mates, to prove that they can make Nigeria the best out of Africa. Rather, he was pushed out of Africa. Baba Akintoye was pushed away out of that continent, just like many of us today have done. And if we play back, you would understand the pain of such a man today. Now telling the younger ones, because we are very young to him, some of us are like his great-grandchildren. Because at that age, if Baba was giving birth even very early, he would have multiple great-grandchildren that he already have based on the Yoruba nation as our leader. But it is to my surprise that we now also have those that are not up to his age, even if it's just a month, challenging him, questioning his authority, about asking us now to pull out of Nigeria before we all get pulled down by Nigeria, based on all the prophecies that we've played at the beginning of the broadcast. Torí pé intí bàbá rí tó fi ń bẹ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé ká tètè push ara wa kúrò nínú Nigeria is about to start. Nobody then must blame anybody when those crises, anarchy, state of overrun of Nigeria by the Fulani terrorists, which is their agenda in the first place. Don't put the blame on anybody, because I suffer in Pombo. But majority of you are too deaf to understand the crying call of Professor Akintoye, where ní inú àlá làwọn rí pé bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ sọ fún àwọn pé káwọn padà wá sílé. He could have disobeyed. Maybe he's not the only one that message was passed to and they disobeyed, because kò ń ṣàwọn nìkan ló bá bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ ṣe, but he was one staunch member of bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀. Ó lè já àwọn governors wa ni bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ ti yọjú sí lójú oorun tí wọ́n dá lóhùn. Bí abọ́ ṣe ń yọjú yẹn, wọ́n ń da yẹ̀pẹ̀ sí bàbá yẹn padà pé máa lọ, ìbò ti kú. Wọ́n ní tó bá ti kú ò gbọ́dọ̀ tún wá sáyé mọ́. Bóyá gbogbo àwọn governors wa ó possible kí bàbá ti yọ sí wọn rí, ìyẹn Awólọ́wọ̀, látara tó ń rí lórílẹ̀-èdè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó jẹ́ tọ̀dọ̀ tiwa, bọ̀kọ́ má dá wọn lóhùn. Because you wonder why many of us are suffering. But they took advantage. Bàbá Akintoye wá padà wálé, ó darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn ẹgbẹ́ Afẹ́nifẹ́re. Then during that period, he now also saw that something doesn't seem very nice. Ó dàbí ìgbà tá a bá ní Afẹ́nifẹ́re yìí, ìjà ṣọ́ pé à ń ṣe fọ́mọ Yorùbá ni, àbí a kàn ń ṣe fún àpò ara wa nìkan, àtàwọn tó súnmọ́ wa, àtàwọn tá lè bá pè tó máa fún ní access sí one thing or the other in that madness country tẹ́ ń pè Nigeria. Then Baba said, no. Òun ò bá Afẹ́nifẹ́re jà, ẹ máa ti ibi tẹ́yìn lọ, àmọ́ ọ̀nà tóun rí òun ni pé ká kúrò ní Nigeria. Òun ni the best choice. That choice was rejected by millions of Yoruba people that went to vote in 2023. Choice yẹn pé ká pull out nínú Nigeria, many Yoruba people disagree. Even some told lies against him. Some call him names. Some went to dig deep down to bring out whatever they could bring to make sure that they can destroy an integrity of a man that was able to be well-read and qualified after he was born in Ekiti State in 1935. An historian and a writer. Kí ló ń pè ní historian? Ẹni tá máa rán yàn létí pé báyìí ló ṣe rí tẹ́lẹ̀ àti pé báyìí dẹ̀ ló ṣe yẹ kó tún rí nísìn. Many of these mad politicians does not have any history. Rather, they are portraying a country that British forced on us to keep every one of us below par. And that played out for a very long time until Baba Akintoye woke the spirit in us and said, no, I worked in the Second Republic in Nigeria. Mo ṣiṣẹ́ as a senator. I am not talking about all these your bastard olórí burúkú, àwọn tí alálẹ̀ máa mú gbogbo ilẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan in your bulletproof car that have took advantage of being a senator and enrich themselves while you are poor. Happy birthday, Taiwo Thomas. Ọ̀ṣọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọdún láyé, ìmọ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá one. Baba Akintoye in the Second Republic played his part in trying to put formation policies that could save millions of people, but they were not interested in that. Ṣáwọn tó were interested in the Second Republic when these kind of caliber of Yoruba people and some that are also maybe a little bit honest and loyal for the country known as Nigeria. So what is giving you this hope, this madness hope? Oh, is it your Geo or your Afar or your Babalawo or the criminal Western, infiltrating into Nigeria in the last 110 years, especially the British that created that crazy country that you are all trying to rescue today. They could not allow Professor Akintoye and the people that were very, very loyal and honest to deliver a country that would have favored every single Nigerians today. That was in the Second Republic. Àwọn tó jẹ́ kí Bàbá Akintoye rí ṣe ní Second Republic, ta ló fún ẹ ní iota of truth that wọ́n máa jẹ́ kẹ́ rí ṣe as Nigeria continue to exist if there is ever a country called Nigeria. There's one of our mothers. I've never talked about her on the platform before. Probably maybe a little bit or not, I can't remember. Some of you need to wake up. And you need to wake up very, very fast. Because as softened President Tinubu that the Nigerians that are angry are also worried that there is now a jihadis that are moving faster and ready to destroy that old part of the shit old country known as Nigeria. And that will bring chaos and blood to many lives. It needs to do something now to save humanity. If not, he will be held responsible for all the death that is going to occur with all these prophecies that has been delivered and the messages that we've been talking about. There is one of our mothers that the same country pushed out of Nigeria for more than 39 years. She could not see her children stuck somewhere in America, not because of her will or desire, not because her and her twins wanted to be out of Nigeria, but they were forced out of Nigeria. Just like they killed Fela Anikulapo Kuti, that warned every one of us, as I reminded you, and I will do again in this message that Fela told us some very long time ago, that we all probably never believed in. And the day of reckoning for Nigeria is gradually getting closer day by day. This is what Fela said. I don't know what year this was said, but it is now working in 21st century as things are about to go down.
These young people, they will deceive you. Why do they do like these people like this now? One day you must ask them, oh, you don't go ask them. You must ask. When the time is ready, we go ask.
Only nígbà tásìkò bá tó, a béèrè. When the time is ready, we must ask. And that's exactly what we are doing today. Fela is no longer with us, but his message is still working in accordance to today's shit on Nigeria that many of you wants to rescue. How you're going to rescue it is what I still don't understand. I want to take you to another family. Some of you might know them, while some of you might have never even heard about them before. This is what they've done to our life. This family that I'm about to talk about today, I want to bá jẹ́ age mate wọn, wọ́n mọ̀ wọ́n. Àbí wọ́n tó bá gbọ́ history Nigeria dáadáa, wọ́n ti gbọ́ wọn rí. But because we are people that are so forgetful because of what Nigeria has done in our lives. Nigeria has done so much that it is time. We've got to let it go. Once again, a very good morning and welcome to our transmission on Koikimedia. I'm going to make a bit of their music, and then some of you thought Afrobeat was done by this new Gen Z. No, there were some sisters that were very, very powerful, using their music to speak the truth to the power until they were chased out of Nigeria. Mostly creating that awareness from this platform. These two beautiful sisters were chased out of their fatherland into exile because they were fighting for something that many of us would have enjoyed today. They were very, very powerful with their music. They were so straightforward, and they are still, at least one of them. One died some few years back. You don't know why some of us are very, very bitter and angry. This family was destroyed by the same military because they were demanding the right of not just Yoruba people, but Nigerians. I'll tell you a bit about them. I've never done such a very program on them before. Just to let you know the danger that we have all been kept in. Let's listen to this first. Then I will give you a bit of their background. Okay, Bubua. And welcome to the live show.
And this is my twin sister, Kehinde. Together, we are known and called the Lijadu sisters. Together, well, unprofessionally, 53 years from age 10. And professionally since 1968.
That's 43 years ago.
We sing
together.
We sing whether we have performances, live performances, or we have radio. Otherwise, we sing together every day. It's a natural thing.
If I'm in the kitchen singing a song and I'm walking towards the bathroom, I hear her singing exactly the same thing. And she starts telling me exactly what's been on my list, what's been on my mind, and I said, get it live now. Please, Taiwo, please, Taiwo, get it live.
Well, you're my life.
I know.
We bring each other balance.
And our children bring us balance.
And they bring
all
us
of them
joy. Before we moved in here, we have always had our home look like this. We used to live in like this with our mom. There is a song we wrote for her years ago. There are songs we had written for her. Reincarnation. That is on Sunshine. It says, The sun will shine on me someday. The clouds will break tomorrow. I've put a step forward, no more. Your feet, be happy, for the Lord is here, here to shine the sun on us. Hallelujah, sunshine. And you will see Mr. Sunshine. Mr. Sunshine.
Have you seen Mr.
Sir?
Sunshine over there? You see him? That's Mr. Sunshine.
You see Mr. Sunshine?
Do you see him now? Our late grandmother, Petana, she used to play the
piano. Our
dad
mom played the mouth organ. Our dad played the piano. You know, we come from a musical background.
They sing
at
functions,
and they are poets.
Sang in church. So when you grow up in that kind of environment, it's bound to rub off on you.
Just being twins, being identical twins, and being pranksters. Oh, my! People loved us. Whatever we do as singers, we have to think of what we will say that will comfort people's hearts, that will gladden people's hearts,
and give hope,
that will make people laugh. I saw a child today, he was dying on the streets. Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy. Oh, hear me crying. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
One of them died a few years back, but I can tell you one of them is still alive, and I'm in close communication with her. They were pushed out of Nigeria because of their music that was challenging the government of the day. And they've left Nigeria, and as I speak to you right now, I've still not returned back to Nigeria. That is what some of you don't know. The Lijadu sisters. Oh, Bomoriabi. We will pull down that country in Jesus' name. I share the matter. Let me give you a bit of their background. Who are the Lijadu sisters? Kehinde Lijadu was born on the 22nd of October 1948. She died on the 9th of November 2019. May her soul continue to rest in peace. Taiwo Lijadu, I am still in close communication with her. God bless her soul. A mother, a true mother. Born the same year with her sister. (22nd of October 1948), were identical twin sisters from Nigeria who performed as the Lijadu sisters from the mid-1960s up to 1980s. They achieved success in Nigeria and also had a more modest success in the United States and Europe. Described as an influential dynamic who mixed Afrobeat sound with jazz and disco. The sisters retired from the music scene in the late 1980s reforming and performing periodically during the 2010 until Kennedy's death in the 2019. They were the cousins of the popular Nigerian musician Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Career. The twins grew up in the Nigerian city of Ibadan and were inspired musically by various artists including Aretha Franklin, Victor Laya, Miriam Makeba. They had guidance from the music producer Lennon Jackson, who is credited with helping them with their early success. Their music was a mix of jazz, Afrobeat, reggae, and waka. Sometimes they sang in English and other times in African language, which is Yoruba.
Every Kehinde Lijadu, Taiwo Lijadu, the Lijadu sisters on Spotify. Ooh, that's nice. We thank all our fans from the past to now and into the future. Great. See you later.
These are powerful artists that took Yoruba to a different level around the world. But they were pushed out of Nigeria because they were against the injustice being done on many Nigerians. And for decades now, they left the shore of their fatherland while one of them died, as we said earlier, in 2019. That is what Nigeria has committed. So when some of you come on the social media and you are defending Nigeria, how do you want me to tell the Lijadu sister, our mother, a grandmother, what do you want me to tell her? That, Mommy, I'm at Nigeria, Mada. The last time I spoke to her and I said Nigeria is a country only more better to marry. Not to ever lower the way Nigeria is a country. They were pushed out from their father's house into exile. Let's pick one of their music called Danger. Let's play that. And I do not have copyright to all this music.
You came into my life and you...
I don't know when this song was sung, but I can check it out on the Google. Danger was the title. The Lijadu sisters. Oh, Bawariabi. It will fix in Nigeria. Do you understand what you're talking about? These mothers, grandmother, for 20 years, in your badum, in your all right, in your okay. For more than 20 years, àwọn Lijadu sister wọ́n rí àwọn ọmọ wọn látara pé military push wọn out of Nigeria nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ pa wọ́n tí intelligent dórí desk wọn tó sá kúrò Nigeria. So màá wá lọ bá wọn nísìn màá wá pé mama grandma àwọn èèyàn máa wá lórí live show mi wọ́n ní Nigeria ṣì máa dá kò ní dá fún bàbá tó bí ẹ bàbá ò ní ṣoríire bàbá tó bí ò ní ṣoríire àwọn bàbá ò ní ṣoríire wọ́n ní ṣoríire ìyá ò ní ṣoríire. Do you know what some crime to commit fáwọn ìyá ẹ̀? Do you know the crime that Nigeria committed on their lives for more than 20 years plus? Wọ́n rá àwọn ọmọ mi wà ní 9 years old nígbà tó sá kúrò Nigeria. Bàbá ò ní ṣoríire. We will pull that country down into bá gbà la máa fún. Ẹ lọ múra sílẹ̀ wọ́n ti sọ fún yín pé ogun bọ̀. Èbí kan mo sọ àwọn wòlíì ti sọ wọ́n ní ogun bọ̀. It's just a matter of time. ìmí àwa pé màá pè wọ́n nísìnyí màá sọ pé wọ́n máa ti wá sórí live show mi wọ́n ní Nàìjíríà máa da gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní Nàìjíríà máa da àti pásítọ̀ ni àti wòlíì ni ẹ ní ṣoríire gbogbo yín pátápátá ni mo sọ ẹ ní ṣoríire any one of you. Danger ni orin tọkọ yìí ṣé àti wà nínú danger nísìn. Listen to it.
You came into my life and you spent danger. Left a long time when you left danger. A long time I live my life in danger. Danger, danger, danger. Please come on back. Danger, I miss your loving. Danger, 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 danger. You're a dangerous lover. You came into my life and you spent danger. Left a long time when you left danger. A long time I live my life in danger. Danger, danger, danger. Please come on back. Danger, I miss your loving.
Let's listen to one more. This one was called Amebo.
Thank you for sending me money through Remitly, beta. It went straight into my account. How easy was that?
If they ask me, I'm gonna tell the truth, baby. Yes, I'm gonna tell the truth, yeah. You see, they ain't blind, they know, no. What you gonna do when they ask you what you done with your office of power, brother? Or what you done, sister? They don't know you think they don't know. They don't know you think they don't know.
You can go and listen more to some of their very powerful music. The Danger was released in 1976. I've just seen it here. Let's give you a bit of more of the background. Sometimes they sang in English and other times in African languages, which is Yoruba. One of their first songs was arranged with the assistance from jazz saxophone player Orlando Julius. They released their first album, Iyami Jowo, in 1969 after winning a record contract with Decca Records. They worked with the late B.D. Wright on their third album, Danger, in 1976. American rapper, you can see how far Yoruba people have gone. They will be Let me include myself. Àwọn ọmọ aládé, àwa ń jẹ gungun káàkiri because of these bastard politicians oppressing us, dehumanizing each one of us, and you are here defending them. Are you reading somebody's history, background one, taking us back to the 60s, how they were signing contracts with rappers around the world. Sign contracting. These our mothers have been signing records as far back as 60s. But do you blame yourself for that? The Lijadu sisters. Knowing what they could have done more in training many other of you and become another powerful, but they were chased out of Nigeria for decades. So they worked beauty to Dani, and they wanted to kill them. Do you understand that? And for those of you that are here, in case you don't know what they look like, let me just give you a quick view of them. They are called the Lijadu sisters. Very beautiful and very eloquent Yoruba women. Very beautiful and very, Yoruba women. Taking Yoruba around the world as far back as 60s. Wọ́n ṣe wà ń sọ nísìnyí kò fẹ́ fix Nigeria. Àwọn ìyá ìwọ mà jẹ́ kó rí Nigeria fix with their music. So you think that the video music will fix? Hey, the video is making us to shine all over the world. Shut the fuck up. The Lijadu sisters were doing that before the video. One bastard. You just love the video. Idiot all over the place. Or by string or destroy it so that you don't even know the. I mean, how will you be saying you know Michael Jackson, you don't know the Lijadu sisters? It's because the history was taken away from us. The Lijadu sisters recorded Sunshine in 1978 and The Horizon Unlimited in 1979. Almost same year. The sisters were top stars in Nigeria during the 70s and the 80s. Top stars. Top stars. During these years, they branded out to America and Europe and found modest success. They performed with drummer Ginger Bakers. Band Salt at the 1972 Munich Olympic Games. They were part of those that sang at the Munich Olympic in 1972. It's because you don't have to understand what we're talking about. But rather than you sit back, you come and write nonsense comment here. You want to fix Nigeria. We are the problem of Nigeria. Do I look like the problem of Nigeria to you? They performed with Ginger Bakers. I don't know who that is. But according to what I put down here, Peter Edward Ginger Baker was an English drummer. His work in the 60s and 70s earned him the reputation of the rock-force superstar drummer for his style that melded jazz and African rhyme and pioneered both jazz and fusion and the world music. These sisters, the Lijadu sister, played with him at the 1972 Munich Olympic Games. Do you understand what you're talking about? Any country you're fixable. The New York Times reported that the sisters were smiling free spirit. Every time we talk on the video call, she will have smile, even up to date. Unbelievable that we have people that want to defend Nigeria, especially the youths. What led you to conclude Nigeria for over 20 years? Nigeria. Because if they were born in 1948, they left Nigeria around just after the whole MK Abiola whole issue, I believe. Work out how many years was that? I mean, how old you want to buy? You can see why I said many people left Nigeria a long time ago. Not people like us. The New York Times. We talked about the New York Times before. Reported that the sisters were smiling free spirit who mixed sisterly banter and fictitiousness in their performances, which feature positive messages such as the benefit of returning home. Injali, return home. Their reggae number reincarnation insisted that if reincarnation was a reality, then they would like to be reincarnated again to the home where they grew up. Some of their lyrics were politically themed. If you thought any problem with the government near, some of their lyrics, Oritonko, don't expect the video to sing against the government, like our brother Idris Abubakar, Abdul Karim. They are all part of the game. The video is part of the game with them as well. Take the youth mind away from the reality of the danger that we are in. Everybody will chop breakfast. According to all the prophecies, and I will play those ones towards the end again. We played it at the beginning. The youth have been diverted from the reality of the danger we are in. On the TikTok, Instagram, wasting and burning energy that is never going to work. Some of their songs, not one, not two, Lara the lyrics were politically themed. Their harmonies were described as ethereal. In 1984, Sanchi Records released Double Trouble in the US was a compilation of their previously recorded material from their albums Horizon Unlimited and Danger. Their song Orire Elejibo was included on a double CD entitled Nigeria 70, Africa 100 and was added to the Root and Wings playlist in 1997. During the 1980s, the sisters moved to Brooklyn in New York. They performed in various venues, including the Lower Manhattan Club, Wetland, and in the Helen with King Sunny Ade's African Beats as their backing band. They performed with the Philadelphia-based band Filigumbo. They were featured in the music documentary Kombi by the English director Jeremy Murr. Their music was featured in the Nigerian installment of the 14th episode World Music Series entitled Beat of the Heart, which was aired on the PBS during the late 1980s. The Public Broadcasting Service is an American public broadcasting and non-commercial free-to-air television network based in Crystal City, Virginia. PBS is a publicly funded non-profit organization. You hear what I said there? You're watching a program where no advert is interrupting. But PBS, a funded non-profit organization, donate to Koikimedia, Adija. Donate to Koikimedia, Adi Wahala. Don't woni because you don't know the meaning of media. The Public Broadcasting Service, America Loa, non-profit organization, and the most prominent provider of educational program to public television. Kila Jenibibai. In Sora Lufansha, we try not to, because we've turned this to a lecture room to educate ourselves, including myself, and learn from each other, especially on the reason why Yoruba needs to exit Nigeria. That's what we do here. But for people to donate £1, it is very difficult for them to donate $1, to send 1,000 naira. It is like for them, they want to question why that money is being asked and the purpose for the money. For a platform that is dedicated, that has not shifted and never plan to shift until we get to that donation, to that destination. Thank you so much, Aziz, my brother. We find it hard. Lati your £1. We call it kickback. Mo need you £1 low, my send us in your account there. Or you send us in a PayPal. my send seeking. We're not asking for too much, because I know we're all committed with different other things. But when we are talking about the media, dedicated all its time and energy and life, because I've dedicated my life to these. Maybe some of you don't know that. Because we're going nowhere until Yoruba Nation happen in my lifetime. And it's going to happen. I don't know about you saying that it's not going to happen in your lifetime. You will probably be dead. Watiku awalama walaye. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, kò sẹ́ni tó ń roku sẹ́ni kankan. But tó bá ní Yoruba Nation ò ní wáyé, ìwọ ló máa kú, àwa máa gbádùn Yoruba Nation. I am just 40 plus. So there's enough time to enjoy it. Just as our father at 89, Baba Akintoye will enjoy it as well. But any ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá ní Yorùbá Nation ò ní wá sáyé, ó máa kú ni, wà lọ dúró dè wá ní àjùdí ọ̀run. Àwa máa náwó Yorùbá Nation. We will pull down the whole structure for a new system to be brought in. I've told our governors, it is just a matter of time. Kò sẹ́ni tó lè dá dúró mọ́. Thank you so much, everyone watching, and happy Sunday once again. The month of June ends today. After this, I will quickly take us back to Baba Akintoye last week of the message before we start a new week again next week. That I've not been calling out names, and but I do welcome every single one of you as you join the program. Remember, thumbs up is free. At least if you don't come into the program and don't. That's fine. But if you deliberately or you forgot, we're reminding you now, come out of the comment section and go and thumbs up. It is helping my platform and many others as well. Let us see. We're still talking about the Lijadu sisters. These are families that Nigeria was showing pepe. Live show. They've confided in me so many things that what that government did to them during that time. If anybody telling you Nigeria can be fixed, ask them why Tolian the Lijadu sister kúrò Nigeria. So jale ni. Àwọn tó máa jale máa wà ní Nigeria báyìí. Tí wọ́n gbé nínú Nigeria, Yaya Bello, and many of them like that. And nobody has done anything to them. Àwọn tó gbó títọ́ dání, tó challenge authority pé ìyà tẹ́ ń fi Nigeria jẹ, wọ́n máa lé wọn kúrò nínú ìlú wọn. I'm not talking about 1 year. They've been out of Nigeria for over 20 years plus. Wọ́n ti fojú kan àwọn ọmọ wọn bí ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀. Nígbà tó bá fún àwọn ọmọ wọn ní visa tó máa lọ fi bá wọn níbi tó wà. Do you understand that again? Do you understand what that means? Ìlú yẹn ni wọ́n wá ń sọ pé o fẹ́ fix. No, agbára o ló fẹ́ fi fix ẹ̀. O wá sọ fún Ọlọ́run kó wá fix ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run lóhun dé. Ọlọ́run ní igbe mẹ̀kúnnù dọ́dọ̀ ohun ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó ń ṣàn kalẹ̀. Bí ọ̀gbọ́ lánàá lọ sórí page mi lórí Twitter, má ní kí n show ẹ̀ fún ẹ nígbà tó máa fún ẹ lépè. Kó lọ wo ìyá tó commit suicide ní Warri ní Delta State. Lánàá láàárọ̀ àná ló jábọ́ lórí bridge tó larí mọ́lẹ̀ tó kú dànù. Ó náà òun tọrọ oúnjẹ fáwọn ọmọ òun, ó wá ń fẹ́ òun ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́, òun wá ṣẹ́wọ̀ òun ò ríṣẹ́. Má sọ pé they play. Mo play náà ni. But one thing is, the real owners of Nigerians are ready to die and take back what belongs to them. Go and prepare for the worst case scenario. We will pull the whole thing down with awareness, with diplomacy, with dialogue, and whatever you can think of. Don't start telling me I should tell you. We will go on the M1. M1, no matter end up it. Let's read more of these, our beautiful sisters, the Lijadu. May the soul of the Kehinde that died in 2019 continue to rest in peace. On the 1st of April, 2014, they appeared live at an all-star tribute, the Atomic Bomb Band. The Atomic Bomb Band, a touring supergroup who played the music of Nigerian funk musician William Onyebo, The core group is music director Ahmed Galab and his band Sakina, Alex Taylor, Pat Money, and the rest. For reclusive Nigerian musician William Onyebo at the Barbican Center in London, they sang some of their own tracks, including Danger that we played earlier, as well as providing backing and lead vocals on William Onyebo material. They also performed with the Atomic Bomb Band on Tonight's Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and the tour date in the New York, San Francisco, and Los Angeles in 2014. But on the 9th of November 2019, Kehinde suffered a stroke and died on the same day at the age of 71. Now you know that they are not old anymore. But nígbà ọ̀dọ́ wọn ló lé wọn kúrò Nigeria. It was during their youth that they were pushed out of Nigeria because they were asking for the truth and nothing but the truth. Is that not what is happening today? You can see why Nigeria cannot be fixed. I've just shared with you the most beautiful sisters, twin sisters that you've never had before. There are many, many of them, but I've just given you at least, the ones that you probably never know existed. They are called the Lijadu sisters. Go and do more and follow them on some of their music channel and pray for the one that is still alive, that may our soul rest, continue to live longer for us, because she still have a lot to give us. She has a lot. And let me give you the image here for those of you that are here. Kako, if you appreciate one, they are known as the Lijadu sisters. And then we go straight into the discussion further again. My name is still OLAYOMI KOIKI. This platform only stand. Is that not the same thing? I'm coming to there in a minute. Because 3 years ago, precisely today, 3 years ago, this time last year, 3 years ago, so much was already brewing out of soca as we were just, tomorrow, 1st of July, when they attacked Igbo's residence in soca. The same thing Toshifa on Lijadu. So the North has been dealing with us with the help of the criminal Yoruba politicians, the bomb bastards that you defend every day. So those are the Lijadu sisters, Koiki Odudua. In case you haven't seen their faces before, I've decided to bring it forward. We move swiftly because we've done 1 hour. We're still good with time, but time runs very fast. Danger was sung in one of their songs. Interesting. We are all now in danger. And if you don't think that we're in danger, soon you will realize that we are in danger. Let's go back to Professor Adebanji Akintoye as well. Just as we thought that it was only Professor that ran out of Nigeria, the Lijadu ran out, I ran out. I don't know about you, whether you just left and you thought I'm not going back, but I ran out of Nigeria. I was not coming here in the hope that I will have another future in Nigeria. I ran out of Nigeria. But we must understand that the people that are fighting for us to be free today, thank you so much. I've just seen whoever sent that notification that just popped in. It doesn't matter. If I send 1,000, it will still help. If you send more, it's a bonus. But let's make it, as part of a media like this. I am not one of your, blogging platform. I am not one of your vlog. I don't join videos. We are here to educate ourselves. And as usual, I keep telling you, any media to do that. I've just received my updated new press card. This is my own ID card, Koikimedia, that I did for myself. But yesterday, my new press card with the background of the number 10 Downing Street came to me. That is my press card. Background there is number 10 Downing Street. I decided to update the picture. This again goes for the next 1 year. At please, you are well secured with a journalist that knows what he's talking about, with the media that is registered in UK. So I am not one of those that you compare with. Don't ever compare me with anyone. I am an independent freelance journalist, and I do exactly what Yoruba people want me to do. Talk about Yoruba nation, push the message on the street, push the message to the social media, push the message to the government of UK. They're not going to listen to us, okay? And they don't plan to listen to anybody. But when the right time comes, with the right message, with the right materials on the M1, they will listen to us. So don't ever, ever compare me with any of these, your vid blogger or this your moi moi or local champion in that shit old country called Nigeria. I am not one of them. And I know what I am doing. I know what to talk to and what not to say at the appropriate time. And I have very powerful mentors that I talk to as well. So don't ever compare me with any of this shit. I am proud of what I'm doing and I'm happy with what I'm doing. But it's entirely up to you to just support the platform. That's all we ask you to do. If I have enough, I will not wait for YSDM. I will be running things quietly, especially with materials. If I have that money, I will be running the materials, blasting it all over Yoruba land, including the northern part of Nigeria. I know what to do. She only deliver weapon from no. I know deliver leaflet. I don't have to start telling you how that is going to work. Tamama da leaflet kakiri gbogbo le Yoruba, titi the southeast, titi the north, titi the middle belt. But you don't have that money. These are part of the campaign materials. Some of you think that all these people, you know, I am not going to show you the front side. I am only going to show you the back side. Vote Labour Party. These are the materials sent to household. Do you think that these are printed for free? Kí ló ń ṣe wá náà tá à ń fi pé tá a bá ń sọ pé ẹ dáwó fún wa àbí kẹ́ dáwó sínú YSDN? Ẹ fẹ́ gba Yoruba Nation. How are you going to get Yoruba Nation if you don't have materials to go and tell people? This one now, I'm not going to show you the front, but I'm just showing you the back. This is the Labour Party. Do you know millions of how many copies have been printed, sent out to different places? Kí ló ń ṣe wá náà tá a máa ń fi pé, you know, when we talk about money, it's like pé ọmọ yìí ló ń ṣeré pa. You okay? Tabati gbero lo eno owo ta mama fi pe aya need owo ta ló sọ pé need owo. Conservative has 19 million pounds sterling that they are pushing to continue to push in the last 4 days of this election. The last 4 days, just like the Labour are pushing as well. Even the smaller political party, every day they're sending leaflets into our houses. So who is telling you that we don't need money? I don't understand. I think about Yoruba Nation. Tí fake gba Yorùbá èyí tẹ́ tí rówó ra lítà tí rówó ṣe leaflet lẹ sọ pé ká lọ máa ra bọn àbí kò tẹ́ sọ kọ́ nìyẹn ẹ lọ máa ra bọn pamọ́ ibo lẹ ti fẹ́ rówó bọn. Do you know how much they're selling ìbọn? Ọmọ ìtàn tà bọn mo ń béèrè ní o ẹ tẹ̀ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ ra eléyìí ká print as many of these in their millions and send it to every part of Yoruba land today and prepare our people. Àìtí ṣe yẹn à ń sọ̀rọ̀ àfi lọ ra ẹ̀pà àmàrà this. The one that we need now is to push the message. Many people cannot listen to what we are saying. They don't. I want to teach them data. So push it. Tawabani on this platform, we will make sure that we continue to make the push. But the batani, she biti on ni she take 5,000 naira, who need 5,000 naira. Iṣẹ́ ò ní ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀. Mo ń bèrè ni o. 50,000 naira ìyẹn lówó. When the politicians are spending billions, millions to continue to push a false narrative to our people. When we are ready, we will be ready. So, at exactly 1 hour, 20 minutes into the program, I'm going to now talk about Baba Akintoye's book, the one that we've been treating, known as The Guide, The Good News and the Path to Prosperity in our Really the Yoruba. So I'm going to read the introduction. Then we're going to look at I believe this is the 5th week. Benny, Egbomi. Ginger Baker was an influenced musician He played with Fela and other notable artists. Thank you so much, Mr. Jimmy. I want to money. I want àgbàlagbà tó mọ̀ nípa àwọn olórin nìyẹn. I don't know much about music, but let's give thanks to the Lijadu sisters for showcasing Yoruba. I am not here to say I hate the video, don't get me wrong, but the video is not the one that showcased Yoruba people to the world. And on show no share showcase the Lijadu sisters, the Fela Nicola Kokuti, the King Sonny Ades, Ebenezer Obey, and the many of them, Orlando Award, so many showcases Nigeria, Yoruba people to the world. I want the video called take, up again. So the steps of the Yoruba people have already been known around the world. What we are now saying is that let's call it a country so that it can become more formidable, powerful, to push the last part of what is known as we the people, not we Nigerians. But you are here all fighting, a stupid country you are calling Nigeria that doesn't have respect for yourself. So let's read this quickly. Thank you so much once again. Happy Sunday. If you're not comfortable with my platform, there are so many platforms that you can go and sit and listen to what you're saying. And this platform only stands for Yoruba Nation. We talk about Biafra Nation. We talk about Arewa Nation, Amazonia, the Scottish, the Welsh. Everybody that wants to be free from whatever country that they have the right. We don't pray for Nigeria here. We rather curse Nigeria on a daily basis. We need that for Nigeria that the British created for their own selfish interest. I even pity some of you, especially in Taiwan, Nigeria, defending what the British created. When Lugard was put together with the British and the High Commission, did they pray to God that Nigeria would be great? At the moral shit on mixed and so many evil things that they've done before the name was even coined together, called Niger area, Niger area. And you are yet defending the nonsense. You want to look at or day. And I'm not talking to those of you that have already understood what we're talking about. I am talking to mostly the important part, which are the politicians. Because I'm going to and all that your bulletproof car will not save you, okay? Your bulletproof car, your private jet, yeah? Let your sister wake up, okay? Yeah, she will later in a minute. And I'm in the program. No, you're not. I'm in the program. And I told King Mustafa, introduction. In the following pages, I try to present and stop distracting me. Introduction. In the following pages, I try to present. Sorry, each time I look like that because I have a lot of notification on different phones that give me news as it's happening around the world. So sometimes it comes up, I have to quickly say it, then I can go and read the full, whatever, if I'm interested in. And once again, appreciation to many of you that have contributed to this platform in the last 3 years, especially those of you that said, no way, we will continue to support Koikimedia, even in the midst of everything that they've done to attack us and call us names. I refuse to back down. We love you, we appreciate you. And some of you that left, if you want to come back, you are more than welcome. I'm not here against you. It's just that maybe an understanding I don't fatele. The philosopher on it. I've told you Ijile is a 419. 419. If we declare Yoruba Nation, I don't have any reason to be in this country anymore. I will return back and support the government with Mama Fole, Mama Fabo, Mama Shi, voluntarily. As long as Tabasha for me, Mama Gbe, told them for me longe. I will return back. I will be the first person to be on the flight, return back if Yoruba Nation is declared. Not sit again in Turkey as a 419 guy. Kill in Turkey. You can see how many of them have been deported. Some of them are not in crime, but I can tell you it's a crime route. Woman drink Bowoni Lati Asia. Drug the launch to pọ̀ jù ní gbogbo bẹ̀yẹn. Ìyẹn lẹ́yìn lọ́jọ́ kò tí tẹ́ ń gbàdúrà lórí iṣẹ́ ẹ̀. Wálé Àlè tó náà ń gba Yorùbá nation fún yín olóṣèlú lórí burúkú ó jókòó sí London níbí ìbá ó náà ń gba Yorùbá nation ó ń pa pound sterling ẹni kó wá máa gba owó Yorùbá land now. So if you have gone away, there's no problem. You have the right to return back. Comment, I will see you, we'll appreciate you. But don't come and tell me you've got a Yoruba country while Nigeria is still running. Your country won't here. You haven't got a country yet. When you have a country, you will take over every goddamn thing, including the ministry, including the barracks. The Biafra are preparing. Toba Magba barracks in December to Dayton. December has not even arrived. Let me take you back again to some of the messages. Again. Let's play it again one more time. Just to remind you what is going to play out very soon. Osumoboni. Benny. On tokayen on pardon buruku ni iba gan sef. Yan kan wọ́n sọ pé on gbe ní Turkey. Kí ló ṣe ní Turkey? Turkey tó fún yan níwèé. Won't for anybody anyway now. You can go there as a visitor and they can renew you for 6 months and maximum 2 years. Even more than like I said, it is not yet the time to give you with evidence and fact of people that have lived there. They are not, number one, you have to learn the language to live there. I want to call Turkey. If you have not listened to this before, just listen to it one more time again.
See myself right here in the month of August ending. September, October, November, and the month of December. People in Nigeria need strong prayer. People in Nigeria need strong prayer. People in Nigeria are praying now, are crying now. Oh, things are expensive. Things are difficult to buy. But in the realm of the spirit, as I look at the country, Nigeria, the month of September, from the month of August ending, September, October, November, December, things is about to triple the price of what it is today. And the bag of rice will flow from the price it is now. Maybe you are buying at 75 or 70 or 80 now. The bag of rice will hit 100,000 and 120 and even proceed to 150,000 per bag of rice. With what the major prophet God is saying about the future. And many banks will be shut down. Now begin to ask the Lord, what is this? What is the meaning of this? What shall the people now do? And the Lord, the people now that had ear to hear what the Spirit is saying, should quickly, as quick as possible, if you are a family that always buy one bag for your family for 1 month, if it is possible for now, you can get money, go and buy 3 bags and keep it down. The Bible says if the watchman see the enemy coming and say nothing, and the enemy comes and destroy the people, the watchman will be held accountable. But if the watchman sees the enemy coming and sees it and tell the people, and the people pray the prayer they need to pray, anything happen, it does not concern the watchman because he has done his own part. The Lord said, people in Nigeria must pray the prayer. Because right now, in the realm of the spirit, I am seeing what's called the people in the country, Nigeria, cannot be able to bear the kind of hunger that is coming next.
Sometimes, the only thing more difficult than running a business is finding the right words to market it. Lucky for...
And I begin to go to the spiritual world to search through the realm of the spiritual now, begin to know and say, what is the cause of this problem? And the Lord said that's what's called human terminology and what's called human ideology to starve fellow human and thereby dehumanize their fellow human and make their fellow human to now lick the dust. What kind of wickedness is this? I was the reason for this nonsense. Why should this kind of thing be happening in the country? And I begin to look at the spiritual world. What about the people in authority? What are they doing? And I entered into the people in authority, and the Lord showed me people in authority, and all of them were completely sleeping. They are all asleep. They are not seeing what is happening in the people they lead and the people in the country. That's why the Lord said, my son, the major prophet of God, get ready for what's called frontline defense. Because you must pray the prayer of the Lord. And the Bible said the prayer of the righteous availeth much. What's the prayer of the righteous all about? The prayer that is prayed in the name of Jesus, by the grace of God, by the power of God, by the strength of God, by the endowment of the Holy Ghost, is the prayer that availeth much, because Jesus is the one that is making intercession for the church right there in heaven.
Let's listen to another one. Let's leave this one. Let's come back to this one. These are not new video, but some of them are new. The one we just watched was about 2 days ago released.
For us to avoid sit down at home. I don't know when it's going to start. For free, I'm giving you a free information. I'm telling you this message for free. For you to avoid sit down at home. 3 days prayer. From on the 19th, 20, and 21. God, the only prayer is, Father, have mercy. Because the sit down at home that will cause everybody to run and scatter. The sit down at home that will cause people to run. That the father will not be able to recognize the children. They will say, I'm staff. Pray on the 19th, 20, and 21 of this month. Pray for mercy for Nigeria and Africa. That God should cancel. I'm just seeing it now. That God should cancel anything that will cause sit down at home, that will cause people to lose their children, cause children to lose their parents. Intimony is bloody. What I saw is so bloody. It's very bloody. It's bloody. When I repeat, stray bullet is there. I repeat, I am saying what I'm saying. As it's being revealed to me, I can see some brother I know. I repeat, pray 19, 20, 21. Nigeria should pray for mercy. Pray for mercy. I repeat, pray for mercy. On the 19, on the 20, on the 21. Itabatin Soleralera. On the 19, on the 20, on the 21. Pray for that 3 days. That after that 3 days, God should die down. I'm not saying.
Thank you so much, Egbomi Shegun. So much is happening. Let's listen more.
It will happen between that 3 days. But there's a meeting between that 3 days. Pray that God should die down by His mercy. That God should hear. Pass this message because there is a war coming. And the war will take lives. We take people. Children will lose their parents. Parents will lose their children. I don't know the area it's coming from. I don't know the junction it will start. But I see the portal from north. It enters south. Pray and the south retaliate. He enter southwest, south whatever. I will not say more than that. But I did not see where it will start. But I hear from north. I hear from north. And I hear again from south. Pray. I don't know when the war will happen.
War. Did you hear that? War. I am not the one pushing war, okay? When I want about the war, WAR, mass of where they play.
Sit at home. The day of that prayer, on the 19th, on the 20th, and on the 21st, on the 19th, pray for that. That 3 days means a lot in Nigeria. But you will not understand. There are some meetings that will happen between that 3 days. As they are doing their meeting on the ground, God only should intervene. So that whatever want to come ahead, the Lord should silence it.
Now, this one I saw as I was going to bed yesterday. This one, I watched this one as I was about to go to bed yesterday.
Pray for Nigeria, our country.
Nobody's praying for the country. The country is dead.
Nigeria, our country, need prayers.
Not our country. Okay.
We are going to pray. The prayer we're going to pray now is going to be for the next 3 months.
Okay. Kilovishele, next 3 months.
For the next 3 months.
So every one of them keeps saying the next 3 months. I'll appreciate and mention all the names, but let's focus on the program. Why and what is going to happen in the next 3 months? Is it just a joke that they are just making us to be scared? Or is this something that is pushing, that is about to go down? I don't know.
Between now and the next 3 months, I would like us to pray against complete shutdown of only Abuja.
Okay.
Complete shutdown, complete lockup.
Okay.
I'd like us to pray against complete lockup.
Okay.
Not sickness.
Okay.
Not sickness, but major attack.
Okay.
Major attack where all the checkpoints into Abuja will not be secured Nigerian security agents, but unknown gunmen. I'm going to say something. I know it's going to sound very bad to some people.
Okay.
But it's the right thing.
Okay.
It's the right thing.
Okay.
I will not say we should raise prayer war against any security agent that is not approved by Nigeria. But I see a security agent, I see a force that is not approved by Nigeria fight.
They see a force. The Fulani terror. They just don't want to mention who they are, but we will help you. They are Fulani terrorists.
In Nigeria and killing Nigerian security agents massively.
Massively, okay.
Massively. The next 3 months, I want to beg us to pray for Nigerian security agents.
Okay.
I see police, civil defense, army, Air Force, Navy, even the paramilitary, like immigrations.
Okay.
I see them in trouble running helter-skelter.
Okay.
Because they are the target now, not me and you.
Not me and you, okay.
They are the target.
It's going down. Okay.
My father eats grape and the teeth of the son is going.
You can go and watch the full video. Let's give you another one. Unload the dear. Nigeria is going down in Jesus' name. Baba, Prophet Ezekiel. Even I saw our Prime Minister, Government in Extra Simon Ekpa posted this yesterday. Don't say Baba me. Kill us, sir.
3 flags. Write it down.
Nigeria will be divided into 3.
Nigeria will be divided into 3. Okay. Write it down.
Go and write it down. Listen to what the Lord is saying. The month of October, September, November, there will be something that will shake Nigeria. I shake Nigeria. They say make a they play. Mo play no ni. Be mi lawon woli Ọlọ́run tó sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá mi. Ẹ má bínú. Àwọn ìrònú mi ló ń kọrin chiki. That's why I had to make some nice quick food. Because they'll be asking me, why am I starving them when they have food in the house that they can smell? But so far, I'm still okay back. I have my tea. I hope you're having your coffee, your whiskey. Shout out to many of you that have joined us. So let's now go back and listen to, this is the last week of our Akintoye message to us, message of hope. Good morning and welcome once again. Introduction. In the following pages, I try to present the glorious picture of our soon-to-come country, our Orile-ede Yoruba. I try to describe the dreams that are impelling millions of Yoruba men and women in all countries of the world to engage seriously in the Yoruba self-determination struggle, to come together in countless self-determination organizations and clubs, to keep awake for many hours night after night, putting ideas from their disciplines and professions in writing about our soon-to-come country shall be great, prosperous, and powerful in the world. In the next 15 minutes, I'll open the phone line in case you want to add your one or two input. And I'll also allow those of you on the Twitter space to join the conversation. Don't come and sell Nigeria to us here. We're not going to buy it. God Almighty made us Yoruba people a great people of talent, intellect, and skills. And the large numbers of us are now pouring out those gifts into the ideas that will make our country one of the greatest, the most famous countries in the world and history. I want to just keep an eye on it. Just want to make sure that I'm monitoring. As soon as it's 2 hours, then I can start interacting with many of you on the platform. But for now, as you know, when we don't interact with you straight away, it's because we're in a serious discussion. So once again, shout out to many of you. If you're one of those that wants to support us, I will tell you how you can do so. It's very, very straightforward. You don't need to break the bank to support us. Whatever you have, and if you don't have anything, just pray for me and my family, especially from those spiritual attacks, because I am one of those that they want to take down, but they can't, because the gods of Yoruba land, the gods of your own as well, Christian, Muslim, is protecting us from the evil forces. You thought I would not be out again this morning after yesterday. The moment, even though I'm still feel sleepy, but my children said they wanted to eat, I have to wake up and prepare their food. And I thought, clean up the kitchen, I wash the plate. I might take when I'm not taking any calls now. Please do not call now, please. I said in the next 2 hours, 15 minutes. I wash the plate to help my wife. I wash the cutlery. I tidy up, clean up the kitchen, prepare the breakfast for the children. And I thought, what next? Let's have discussion. I don't know what they interrupting the call now. I don't know why he's calling. I'm just responding to this person because he's already with us on the program. Please do not disrupt when we're on a live transmission. Studio number is easy for you to call, but that is when we say call in. You know my name is Interface, and we always give you the room to do so. sorry, the person says they didn't know and they already apologized. So shout out, and once again, thank you so much. And let's go back into it. God Almighty made us Yoruba people a great people of talent, intellect, and skills. We saw that already with the Lijadu sister. Talent, God gave us. Whatever you believed, talent, intellect, professor, non-academians, business guru. But the problem is some of them just want to keep Nigeria for what purposes, for what reason, is what we don't understand. And the large numbers of us are now pouring out those gifts into the ideas that will make our country one of the greatest and the most famous countries in the history of the world. And that will make us Yoruba people a loving, laughing, illuminated family of happy and contented men, women, and children. It is Nigeria that converted most of our youth and many people into so many crimes that they are committing today. A lot of the intellectual and other effort by our people come to me as a father, Professor Akintoye, of our self-determination struggle. Altogether, they make me humble, happy, and proud. Employing my own speciality and insight, he sat down, wrote these 95 pages. Is not easy at 89. I hereby put forth, point by point, that we have been talking about in the last 5 weeks. We're going to the 6 weeks on Monday, God's willing. Point by point, the main items of what I perceived to be our nation's purpose, determination, and expectation. I urge all my Yoruba people to read it. I urge each to endeavor to bring the benefit of his or her speciality to bear on any of his various points. If you think that you have something, work about it and, do something around it as well. In its totality, this is a manifesto from those of us who are fighting for our sovereign Yoruba nation, our independent Yoruba country, separate from Nigeria. I live in the unwavering faith and hope that our Yoruba country shall soon be free, and that thereafter we shall see the glory of God upon the life of our free and sovereign Yoruba nation and upon all of us Yoruba people. So where we are right now is we shall clean up our politics. From next week, God's willing, we shall take creative steps about political parties. That will be the topic that we're going to be treating. We shall take creative steps about political parties, not the ones that we have right now. All these, thanks so much. We appreciate, we love you. Not the political party system that doesn't even have the respect, like some of our politicians that we mention their names, and we might do it again today, if time permits. So, as we continue to take you to the last section of the program, let's now read that Akintoye in terms of cleaning up. We've done this one already. So where we are right now, we've done our youth development program. And then Koiki, stop reading this all the time. Mama Sobe, the more we read, the more it's good, the more people understand what we're talking about. We shall sharply clean up our politics. From ancient times, we Yoruba evolved democratic political system. In other monarchical cultures in the world, the king is automatically succeeded by his own child and the subject have no voice in the choice. But from the beginning of our history, we Yoruba people rejected such automatic succession. In every one of our kingdoms, from our very beginning, we choose the right to select the king from among members of the royal family. Don't expect some of those corrupt politicians to be involved in Yoruba nation. They play. Come and they play. It is coming. Everybody will chop breakfast. No grief for anybody. And like I said to you, when the time comes, God's willing, I will be on the ground. That one, for me, is sure by day. I will be on the ground. The Ukrainians return back home to support their country. many people go back and support their country to liberate their people. So don't think we're sitting here. No, I will not be sitting here. I will be on the forefront when the time comes. We also empower the members of each lineage to select our chiefs. We enjoy being respected by our king and chiefs. We have freedom of speech in the affairs of our society. In the 1950s, with Chief Obafemi Awolowo as our first premier and the first national leader in the modern times, we Yoruba people in our then western region of Nigeria evolved the most democratic political society in Africa. The government was responsive and the most dedicated to the needs, the desire, the expectations of the people, the leadership, conscientiously respectful of our voices and our vote. Today, your vote, it no count. Your vote does not count. Your vote is not part of the vote that brought Tinubu in, okay? He rigged himself in. Everybody knows that. But he has to, because the North wanted to cut his leg. Buhari wanted to destroy Tinubu after he brought Buhari in. Buhari to lowo. So if you think that Tinubu was not going to get in, you're wasting your time. Whether they will allow him for the next one is what we don't know. I don't know whether Buhari is alive, he's a dead man. He's a walking cop anyway. But we are hearing that people are going to see him, you know, in his like a statue in Castina. Just like they go and visit that one in the wheelchair, that Olori Buruku Babangida that killed, you know, Yoruba people, as many as, you know, them as well. So just to wrap this up, because it's not a lot, it's a very short one. It's a very like a bullet point. So in the 1950s, Obafemi Awolowo was the first premier, the first national leader in the modern times. We Yoruba people in our then western region of Nigeria evolved the most democratic political society in Africa. The government most responsive, most dedicated to the needs, the desires, and the expectations of the people. The leadership conscientiously respectful of our voices and our vote, like I will be doing, God's willing, on Thursday. Make sure you vote to enter in the UK. Whatever, if you want to vote Conservative, it's up to you. If you want to vote Labour, it's up to you, but don't lose your vote. I know some of you have been waiting for me to come and talk about the political party set up in the UK. I've decided not to, and it's personal for now. One will be by. They've called me, but I've decided not to for now. It is personal. It has nothing to do with anybody, but it's just personal. And I'll leave it like that. But I'm aware that there's a Yoruba political party operating in the UK, led by one of our leaders in the Yoruba Nation movement that formed that party, contesting somewhere in Peckham. No vote for me, or both of them are same. Make sure you don't lose your vote. So let me just leave that one like that for now, because you might be wondering or thinking in your brain. Don't let anything to bother you. I focus only for now on the job Akintoye has given me, and I don't want to be distracted. I'm not campaigning for anybody. Neither am I campaigning for Labour, campaigning for Conservative, independent political party, or even a Yoruba political party. I am not campaigning for. I am not one of their medias. Okay? I don't get agitated around that. Under Chief Awolowo's successor, the high quality of leadership, governance continued for some time. In short, we had established our modern political tradition based on our Asian political culture. In 1962, because most of the rest of Nigeria was hostile about our foremost position in the progress and development in Nigeria, they combined to use the power of the federal government to push out Western region, which was working for us, destroy that Western region, and you want us now to be licking the ass of these crazy politicians. Okay, when it's not easy, watching program back to back. They suspended, imposed their own government. Our Nigerian house, I was there yesterday. I just didn't make any fuss about where I was yesterday because I was on a private mission. But I'll be telling you a little bit about it because it was a very good one for me. So we were in the front of the Nigerian High Commission yesterday. That building was brought by Babawolowo by Cocoa money until it has been hijacked and converted to the Nigerian High Commission in London. And I'll be visiting there very soon. I have a mission there in the next couple of months. So I'll be visiting the Nigerian High Commission very soon. So that is on that. And the next one we're going to talk about briefly is our father, Mukofisare Mutito. Very nice. We give thanks to the gods of the Yoruba land and whatever your belief system is. There was a terrible incident that almost would have been a disaster if gods of our land did not guide and protect him. He escaped, just like those in the past have escaped. Tinubu escaped the death that wanted to come on him. Maybe Tinubu will not be here today with us. Abemo, from what we heard. Koda Ofipa Dele Momodu escaped. So it's not the first time people are escaping. And you can name some of those people that I don't know as well, but these are the people that at least we know. The Lijadu sister escaped. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n mọ̀ pé you sometimes have to escape so that you can come back more formidable. Igboho survived because Ọlọ́run ṣì ní ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ lò pẹ̀lú wa. Igboho could have died on the 1st of July, which is just less than 24 hours. But it's difficult for them to understand how did he manage to escape. The North are not happy that Igboho did not die on that day. They are still wondering how he escaped. How? Onoulogba, with everything that we prepared, with everything that we put in place, Igboho survived for another day. And those that wanted to take him out, Malami, the former AGF, is still around. Go and listen to that interview Okimbaloye did with somebody that was dropped yesterday. Because they know that if they take out Igboho out of the picture, this man will have heart attack and he'll probably also gone. Then some of us will probably just fizzle away, or maybe something I don't know. But whatever it could be, the God of Yoruba land did not allow that to become realistic for the Northerners and the Yoruba that were involved in the assassination attempt on Igboho's life. It was a pure assassination attempt on his life because he stood his ground that his people were being massacred and killed by one particular ethnic group that we don't even know how they become majority and superseding every single one of us under their belt, called the Fulanis. But some Yoruba people say it doesn't matter, even if they take him out. But we're grateful that Igboho survived that. All these started playing out because we also have someone that gave us the insight of what was going down in Igboho's house. And we must continue to love and appreciate her for that dedication that she put in. So what I'm going to do right now is to remind you, because some of you, you forgot. Without the interruption of the video that I'm about to play, which is 12 minutes, 35 seconds, I will just sit back and also be listening. And just to remind us all that he could have been killed and nobody would have known what could have been the end game. But Ọlọ́run lẹ́ni tó wọ́n pa òun lẹ́mí ẹ̀ lò. So Ọlọ́run sì ní ẹ̀mí Ìgbòho ló ṣe rescue from the dungeon of the Fulanis that wanted to kill him. But how some Yoruba people were so excited about it is what still get us, Ibagan Daddy, láti wá support wa pé wọ́n pa wá. He kept muted. We called him. He did not answer us. Oníjà Yorùbá ò ṣe gbèjà. Àbí nǹkan tí bá sọ kọ́ nìyẹn. Ní tí bá sọ nìyẹn náà, àpárọ̀ mọ́ wọn. We have video evidence. Ẹ ṣé gan ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Ṣẹ́gun ọ̀nà. Òòṣà ńlá Ìgbòho òòṣà, Elédùmarè protected him for us. But that protection, we should also give thanks to these, our beautiful Moremi, that came out quickly and made it known to the world that there is a firepower, like there is a war going on in Igboho's house. And that is what we're going to play to you right now. Just to remind you that Igboho survived for so many reasons, and some of those reasons, we cannot even finish it in the next 20 years. Adúpẹ́ f'Ọlọ́run. Adúpẹ́ fún Ọlọ́run pé ó lo ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn, àmọ́ ó lo Lady K níjọ́ tá à ń wí. It's a very day that we must never forget, especially two innocent Yoruba men were killed by the Fulanis. We will never forget that. I saw my brother Said Ire, making some very fantastic support to the wife of Alhaji Fatai. We appreciate him, and if you can make sure you can do whatever you can do, please also reach out to him so that he can reach out to the wife. Adúpẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí.
wa share àwọn sójà ti attack wa àwọn sójà ẹjọ́ ẹ máa share ilé Chief Sunday Igboho àwọn sójà ti surround gbogbo ilé wọn yìnbọn gidi ni báyìí ẹjọ́ bá wa share bá wa pass information yẹn fún gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire ẹjọ́ mi ò lè bọ́ta gan inú ilé ni mo ṣàwà báyìí please help me to share we are under attack now please let all the world be informed. Please help us to notify everybody. Please call everybody to be at alert. We are under attack now. In Chief Sunday Igboho house, we are under attack already with Nigerian military. Confirm lele. Àwọn sójà ni Nigeria sójà. Ìbọn wọn lẹ ń gbọ́ yẹn wọ́n yìnbọn gidi ni confirm. Ẹ bá wa share, ẹ máa bá wa pass information yẹn. Everybody wà at alert. Àwọn warrior kí gbogbo wọn wà at alert. Àwọn tó bá lè máa move bọ̀ bá anywhere tó bá wà. Confirm gidi ni o ìbọn lẹ ń gbọ́ tó yìn gidi yẹn àwọn Nigeria sójà lélẹ̀ please help me to share Chief Sunday Igboho house ilé olóyè Igboho ṣe ń gbọ́ ẹ ń kúrò bọ́n ẹjọ́ ẹ máa bá mi share ẹjọ́ ẹ bá mi share ẹ bá mi pariwo fún gbogbo àwọn ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire àwọn Nigeria military wọ́n ti wá attack wa ẹjọ́ this to two ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run wọ́n ti yìnbọn more than 10 minutes ó yẹ kí n ti gbé sí live látẹ̀kùn but I want to confirm láti mọ̀ bóyá òótọ́ ni kí n tó wá sí live kí n má bàa fún yín ní wrong information àwọn Nigeria sójà ni wọ́n kún táǹsì wọ́n surround wa ni ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run wọ́n dẹ̀ yìnbọn gidi kì í ṣe ṣeré ẹ bá mi máa share ẹjọ́ ẹ bá mi máa share ẹ bá mi share ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá mọ̀ nílé lóko gbogbo èèyàn àwọn tẹ́ bá lè jí ẹ jí wọn ẹ bá mi share confirm mo sọ fún yín ẹjọ́ ẹjọ́ àtọ́jú oorun lèmi náà ti gbúrò ọ̀bọ náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní pé everybody lórí fóònù pé kí everybody wà alert ìgbà tí mo dẹ̀ máa confam sí àwọn làwọn sójà ni mi lè bọ́ síta o but confam lélẹ̀ everybody ìbọn náà yìn gidi yẹn kì í ṣe kékeré ó surround wa ni so ẹ bá wa ṣí ẹ Nigerian sójà ni o àwọn ìjọba location 9 ni tó bá jí kúkú máa dàrú látòrí kó dàrú tó bá dẹ̀ máa níyànjú kó níyànjú ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn mi ò lè bọ́ síta obìnrin ni mí wọ́n ní kí n má bọ́ síta but kí n gbé lọ sí live kí n jẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ bó ṣe ṣẹlẹ̀ pa bàbá ti confam fún mi sí pé àwọn sójà ni so ẹ jọ. mi ò mọ bó ṣe pọ̀ tó o ọ̀tún wọn lọ ti surround wa pé àwọn sójà ni confam wọn fún yín ẹ bá wa ṣí ẹ bá wa ṣí ẹ bá wa jí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn kí wọ́n mọ̀. ṣe ti rí Nàìjíríà ẹ jọ bá wa ṣí ẹ bá wa ṣí ẹ bá wa ṣí ẹ mi ní kọ́ọ̀tì broadcast yìí ó dìgbà tí n bá tó get to the root wọ́n ní kí n má bọ́ ta but kí n gbé lọ sí live kí n jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kí wọ́n mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí kí n ṣe ṣeré o gbogbo létí bọ́ta wọ́n ti fèsì wọn but mi mọ iye àwọn sójà tó jẹ́ o mi mọ bó ṣe pọ̀ tó o àmọ́ wọ́n sọ fún mi wípé àwọn sójà ni wọ́n dẹ̀ ti surround wa so wọ́n release gidi ni tí ò ṣe ṣeré ẹjọ́ ẹ bá mi ṣí ẹ bá mi ṣí ẹ bá mi ṣí ẹ jọ ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ bá a ti wà under attack nílé Chief Sunday Igboho mi mọ bó ṣe pọ̀ tó mò ń là fún yín o mi mọ báwọn sójà yẹn ṣe pọ̀ tó o ṣe ń gbúrò gan wọ́n yin gidi ni ṣe ń gbọ́ gidi ni ẹjọ́ bá mi ṣí ẹ gbé lọ YouTube ẹ gbé lọ everywhere kí gbogbo èèyàn tètè mọ̀ àwọn tó sùn kọ́ jí ẹjọ́ ẹ máa bá wa ṣí ẹ bá mi ṣí ẹ bá mi ṣí ẹ a ti wà under attack nílé Chief Sunday Igboho. wọn ráyè wọlé o but àwọn warrior náà ti lọ fèsì wọn ta ìwé ọ̀bọ̀n wọn lẹ̀ ń gbọ́ ẹjọ́ ó bẹ́tà àwọn warrior tó bá wà tó sì ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó wá fèsì wọn níta ìta lọ wà àwọn tó dé bá dẹ̀ ń bọ̀ kọ́ mọ bó ṣe máa rìn according to nǹkan tó sọ fún mi sìn wọ́n ní wọ́n surround wa àbínú jáde ta ló ń pè mí why calling me ẹ pè sórí fífẹ́ WhatsApp ẹ má pè sórí messenger òun ni mò ń lò. ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa ké sí gbogbo àwọn warrior wa ó ń pọ̀ kíní tí mo gbọ́ ọ̀bọ tí mo gbọ́ ìpọ̀ ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ I know no problem but a gbọ́dọ̀ mú wọn ni wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ escape gbogbo wọn tó bá wá òkúlẹ̀ ẹlẹ́jà ń tà èmi mọ̀ pé kò sí owó tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀ but wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sá lọ that is my own ṣe ń gbúrò ẹ̀mí mímọ́ èmi ti paná rúùmù mi o. ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa ṣe Jésù ẹjọ́ náà ẹ bá wa ké sáwọn èèyàn kan wá sọpọ́ọ̀tì o ẹjọ́ o níbi ìjókòó. ẹ má pè sórí messenger on disturb fóònù tí mo fi ń broadcast ẹjọ́ please help me to share it please we just need to inform people I know nothing is going to happen mo mọ̀ pé nothing is going to happen but people have to know what is happening now this is totu ṣe ń gbúrò. ẹjọ́ bá mi ṣí ẹ mo fi títóbi ìyọ́nú Ọlọ́run ọba bẹ̀yìn ẹ bá wa ṣí ẹ ètò yìí ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nílé Chief Sunday Igboho báyìí a ti wà under attack pẹ̀lú àwọn Nigerian military. ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹjọ́ kí ni yóò ṣe ṣeré ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa ké sí gbogbo àwọn warrior please I need gbogbo wọn bíbá ẹjọ́ èmi mo mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bíbá yín sìn please. I've done that I've done that ẹ wo nǹkan tí mo ṣe gan nìyẹn that's why tí mo fi switch off iná. Ẹjọ́ bá mi share ẹ mo ti live flat ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ on fire nù lé gidi gan ni ẹjọ́ ó kọjá ṣeré please. ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa share ẹ bá wa ké sí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ bá wa jí gbogbo wọn ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí eléyìí ò ń ṣe bíi tìjọ sí ẹjọ́ confam wọn lélẹ̀ àwọn Nigerian military ni ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ́ bá ìṣọ́ tó fi ń yìnbọn yẹn sínú compound gbogbo àwọn warrior yẹn ti bọ́ta wọ́n ti fèsì wọn in fact mi lè ṣàlàyé bíbọn yẹn ṣe ń wọlé fún yín mi lè rí no ilé pọ̀ ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa share á ti wà under attack báyìí àwọn tó bá wà nítòsí káwọn náà lè wá support please ẹjọ́ Jésù ẹjọ́ kọjá ṣeré please ẹjọ́ bá mi máa share.
We give thanks that Igboho survived that fateful day. But what was the reason why Igboho was attacked? What was the reason? Was he a terrorist? Was he fighting the federal government of the dead or alive Buhari, the monster, the evil one that Tinubu went to brought into the government in 2015? What was his Igboho's offense? Maybe this was why they wanted to kill Igboho. Maybe this was the reason why Igboho wanted to be killed.
Wọ́n ní mi sí ìjọba mo ń lọ ń dá sí nǹkan tí ó kàn mí ṣùgbọ́n tó kàn mí mo dá sí torí pé ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí. Níjọba bá wà tí ò sí ẹ̀tọ́ tó yẹ kó ṣe fún aráàlú tí wọ́n dìbò fún tó jẹjọba lé lórí. Tíjọba bá wà tí ààbò bá sí fún aráàlú tó olóòṣèjọba lé lórí aráàlú dìde fúnra ẹ̀. Kì í ṣe pé mo pàṣẹ àbí mo dédé pàṣẹ àbí mo kàn sọ nǹkan tí ó wá látọkàn mi. Nǹkan tó fa ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni pé ẹ̀yin náà wò láti bí ijọ́ mélòó kan sí bí ọ̀sẹ̀ bíi méjì sí nípa ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Fúlàní tó wà ní gbogbo Ìbàràpá. Ẹ wo dókítà wa Dr. Fatai PhD doctor ọmọ Yorùbá tó ọkàwé tó gboyè ó wá lọ sí lóyìnbó ní àìní ọdún ó lọ ṣiṣẹ́ ó wá dé okòó dé ó wá lọ lu bàbá ẹ̀ ní gangan ó dá oko àgbàdo ẹ̀gẹ́ iṣu oríṣiríṣi nǹkan soya beans ó dẹ̀ gba ọmọ wa ní gangan bẹ́ẹ̀ náà síbẹ̀ rẹpẹtẹ tó ń bá ṣiṣẹ́ Fúlàní wa jẹ oko ẹ̀ ó wá gbéra láti lọ bá àwọn Fúlàní yìí sọ̀rọ̀ láti lọ bá Sẹ́ríkì Fúlàní pé ẹ wá wo ohun tí àwọn ọmọ yín ṣe lórí oko mi kò yẹ kó rí báyìí lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá mi. Wọ́n dẹ̀ dé lókun bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wọ́n dẹ̀ sàpà àìmọye èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ tá a lè morúkọ wọn làwọn Fúlàní yìí bẹ́ lórí tí wọ́n pa wọ́n jí àwọn kan gbé ẹni tí wọ́n bá gbowó tó kéré lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ wọ́n gba 7 million wọ́n gba 10 million wọ́n gba 11 million lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wa. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí dùn mí ó bà mí lọ́kàn jẹ́ gan pé tá a bá torí pé tó Ọlọ́run gbà fáwa àwa ará àwọn ọmọ tí ń tẹ̀lé wa tó ń ṣààbò fún wa àwọn tí ò lẹ́ni tí ó tẹ̀lé wọn kọ́ ìdí ni tó mú mi lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn ìgbà tí mo dẹ̀ débẹ̀ ohun tí mo lọ fún ni pé láti lọ bá pé sógun tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí lórí ilẹ̀ wa sọ da ẹ ti ń gbé pẹ̀lú wa adẹ̀fàyè gbà yín àbáyín jà àṣe nǹkan jàmbá fún yín ọ̀rọ̀ ni mò ń bá Sẹ́ríkì sọ̀rọ̀ làwọn ọmọ rẹ̀ yí ọ̀bọ̀n sí mi mo gba ìbọn yẹn lọ́wọ́ ìkan yọ àáké àgbà ìkejì tún yọ ìbọn mi ìyẹn ti ẹ̀yìn ẹni bá wọnú fídíò yẹn tó ra fídíò wọn ó yin ìbọn yẹn sí mi kí n tó lọ́bọ̀ yẹn mọ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ bá gbọ́ fídíò pé ìbọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dáhùn bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n yin ìbọn sí mi ń bẹ̀ kí n tó ẹ̀ ń bájà wá ẹ̀yìn pípò yìí tí n bá bájà wá ẹ̀ ní dúró tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti wá lè wá àtúnṣe sí ọ̀rọ̀ jíjígbé àti pípa àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa àtàwọn àǹtí wa àwọn bọ̀dá wa àtàwọn ìyá mi àtàwọn bàbá mi tẹ́ẹ̀ wọn olùkọ́ mọ́ yìí o ó fẹ́ tàkẹ́ forílẹ̀ bàbá wa lẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ bá ń fà yìí sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn kí sọ̀rọ̀ ọjà àwọn kẹ́ńgbẹ́ wọn fẹ́ pa àwọn mùsùlùmí kílọ̀kàn mi kan mùsùlùmí kílọ̀kàn mi kan kírísítẹ̀ kílọ̀kàn mi kan gbogbo tá à ń fà yìí èmi ò nídìí kankan àlàáfíà Yorùbá ni mo wá mi fẹ́ kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ń dúnkokò tọ́pọ̀ jù wọ́n ń dúnkokò ntọ́lọ́hún táwọn ti ń dúnkokò náà mọ̀ pé àwọn ń dúnkokò mọ́ mi ṣùgbọ́n ohun tí èyí jẹ́ kí ẹ̀rù bà mí ni pé ó ń bẹ nínú Bíbélì pé tíyẹn bá ń jà fún ẹ̀tọ́ ẹ̀ lórí nǹkan bàbá rẹ̀ tó bá kú síbẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan kan torí pé mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe yẹn fúngbà díẹ̀ ni wọ́n dún kòkò àti bí ìjẹ́ ìrìn tọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ́sẹ̀ lẹ́sìn ni wọ́n ti ń pè mí àwọn fẹ́ wá wọ́n máa arrest mi wọ́n ti ń sẹ́ni mẹ́sẹ̀jì oríṣiríṣi pé wọ́n fẹ́ wá gbé mi nílé ẹ̀rù kankan sì bà mí. gbogbo àwọn ọba tó wà ń bẹ pátápátá inú wọn dùn wọ́n sì fọwọ́ sí pé ìyà tí ń jẹ àwọn yìí ti tó àwọn òfin fúlàní lórí ilẹ̀ bàbá wọn mọ́ pípa ti tó àwọn tí wọ́n ń pa iná làwọn jọba lé lórí tí fídíò sì wà àwọn ọba gan ni wọ́n rìn pè mí pé ìyà tí ń jẹ àwọn yìí ti tó àwọn tí wọ́n ń pa àwọn ọmọ àwọn tó ń pa yìí lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la àwọn náà làwọn sì jọba lé lórí ó ti tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí àgbààgbà Yorùbá tí inú rẹ̀ ò dùn sí pé kò sínú àgbà ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n náà ni ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n bàbá wa ni inú tí wọn náà dùn bí wọn ṣe ń pa wá bí Fúlàní ṣe ń jí wa gbé tó ń gbowó lọ́lá lọ́wọ́ inú wọn ò dùn ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n kọ́ bá wọn yẹ wọn nípò bí tí wọ́n wà sẹ́wọ̀n yìí pé nígbà tí wọ́n ń jí àwọn aráàlú gẹ̀gẹ̀ gbé tí wọ́n ń pa wọ́n ẹnì kankan sọ̀rọ̀ ń bọ̀ ya wọ́n lọ jí ọmọ ọba gẹ̀gẹ̀ gbé ọmọ ọba tí ń bẹ lórí yẹn gẹ̀gẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ wọ́n jí ọmọ bàbá gẹ̀gẹ̀ gbé fúnra ẹ̀ tó fún kó díẹ̀ bí wọ́n sì gba 4 million lọ́wọ́ bàbá kan tó gbọ́ ọmọ bàbá fún bàbá àwọn Fúlàní torí pé ń bọ̀ ọba ya àyè ti gba àwọn Fúlàní ìdèbí pé wọ́n wá gbé ọba fún ẹnu ààfin wọ́n ní kọ́ lọ mú kí gbogbo aráàlú lọ dáwọ́ jọ àwa Yorùbá sì sùn a sì dákẹ́ a sì sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn bàbá wa dẹ̀ dákẹ́.
This is what led to the assassination attempt on the life of Igboho. He survived it, and like they say, there is always another day for the fight. But we still have him around with us, and we will continue to protect and shield him from all the evils that wants to take him out, because he's asking for the right of his people to be free from the danger and the shackles of what is known as Nigeria. So, as we now enter the last part of the transmission, where we will be, allowing you to call in if you can, if you want to, and also as we will also just appreciate many of you that have joined us. This was Tolulokpa Rotile. Some of you don't know her. Oh, you don't know her. She was that young first helicopter combat pilot that was killed by the federal government of Nigeria under President Muhammadu Buhari. Let me take this laptop away. Once again, appreciation to many of you that are still with us. And tell Lori, Koikimedia, Instagram, you need to join another platform. I need to end that section of that platform. Once again, thank you so much as we end that section. As we say all the time on this platform, a lot of things are wrong with Nigeria. You cannot rectify the danger that is inside. We can only prepare for whatever could be the worst case scenarios. And just some of the reminders of those that have spoken about Nigeria in the past and what they've said. And this is one of those that spoke about Nigeria.
I have been sick of this problem. I have been sick of this controversy over living wage or minimum wage. And I believe that something is seriously wrong with the heads of many of our leaders. How can anyone who earns 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000, not to talk of people who earn 1 million, 2 million, how can they go to sleep in good conscience every day? How can they go to sleep in good conscience and come out to sit down in a boardroom to discuss the sustainability or otherwise of paying 60,000 to the poorest of workers? How can we go to bed and sleep, all those who belong to the elite, who earn 2, 3, 4, 500,000, 1 million? How can you go to sleep in good conscience, I say, if you still have any conscience? How can you go to sleep in good conscience and come out to be debating? I hear people on TV, I watch people on TV, experts, economic experts, corporate executives, government officials, who are taking home more than $1 million in a month. And they are there arguing that 60,000 or over will destroy the economy. It's not sustainable. How wicked! You give 60,000 to a poor worker, a poor worker who may have a family of 2 or 3 or 4, for his feeding, for his accommodation, for his house rent, for his medical care, for his children's school fees. How wicked! How blind! How can we do that? And we think that God will bless our country? We think that it is by bringing a new national anthem for God to bless our country? How can you commit this crime against humanity? For me, this is a crime against humanity. Because the poor people who cannot afford to buy gari, I'm not saying they will buy that they are to buy sardino. I'm saying buy gari, poor people who cannot buy gari. I'm not talking of meat or fish. Poor people are dying because they have no money to cure malaria. How can you go to sleep in good conscience? Those of us who belong to the elite, how can we go to sleep with good conscience and we are debating and we are discussing and we vote 500 million naira to meet and debate about paying 60,000 to the poor? My dear friends, I see this as a new form of apartheid. Nigeria is one of the most unequal societies in the entire world. A society where it's like the animal farm. A society where we have conspicuously rich people, people who are living in conspicuous consumption, and others who are in deplorable, dehumanizing poverty. If you have somebody in this country that takes home 1 million naira, I mean 1 million, I'm not talking of 30 million naira, 1 million naira in a month, and he can open his mouth to be part of a discussion about the poor getting 60,000 naira. I say anyone who earns up to 1 million naira in a month should keep his or her mouth shut when he hears them debating about taking 60,000 for the poor. More than 60 years after independence, we are running an apartheid society. This time it's not racial apartheid, it's economic apartheid. We are running an apartheid society of people of conspicuous consumption, flying in private jets around at government expense, people who are riding 4, 5, 6, 7 SUVs with pilot vehicles chasing the poor out of the road, And poor people, you are debating, you are discussing, you are over 60,000 for the poor. You insult the poor by saying 30,000, and later you say 48,000, and now you say 60,000, and you pay more than 60,000, you come out with 62,000. You insult poor Nigerians. I say there is hardly any society I know that is as divided as the Nigerian society. And a society that is so divided is just sitting on a keg of gunpowder. I have warned here before that the revenge of the poor is at the corner. Okay. The revenge of the poor is at the corner. I am not calling for it, but it will happen as night follows the day. Okay. Because when you so reduce people, you reduce people to this dehumanizing level. Nature does not allow a situation of islands of affluence amidst a sea of poverty. Nature does not allow it. And let me warn those in the elite. Let me warn those in the tripartite committee of government. Let me warn that it is in the course of nature that when a predator, a predator continues to devour the very resources that the predator needs for his own sustenance, nature will take out the predator in order to have equilibrium, in order to have a measure of equilibrium. Nature is about balance, you know. Okay. All of nature is about balance, and human beings are part of nature, and Nigerians are part of nature. Okay. If the predator is coming, who needs the animals in the kingdom, it needs the animals to survive. Okay. If it is recklessly devouring the very animals it needs for its own survival, if it is devouring it recklessly and senselessly, nature will step in and remove the predator so that there can be balance in the system, in the ecosystem. It's coming. Let me warn that all those who are in government, I hear, I have not confirmed, that there are people taking home almost 30 million naira in a month. And you have the guts and you have the temerity to sit down, and your conscience allows you to sit down to discuss about 60,000 naira for poor worker for the whole month, and you are the one that has all the opportunities of excess code and all kinds of perquisites of office. You sit down to discuss about 60,000, and that is all that the person will have in the month. You sit down to discuss this and come out and say, this is not sustainable. How is 30 million naira sustainable in that economy? Tell them. How is it sustainable that the leader has 100 SUVs going with him to the airport? How is it sustainable? How is it sustainable that government leaders junket around the world? How is that sustainable? I say we are committing a crime against humanity. And if we do not repent and retrace our steps immediately, the revenge of the poor is at the corner. Do not hold me responsible. Do not hold me responsible. Don't hold any one of us responsible. Help me tell them, don't hold us responsible. The revenge of the poor is around the corner. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní orí ètò ti Sunday broadcast, as we are just about half an hour to the end of the program, on the YouTube, on the Facebook, on the Twitter space, on the Instagram, and as many of you that would have the privilege to watch this as a repeated program. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé a kú ìsinmi náà ní gbogbo ibi tá a bá wà ní àgbáyé. Mo lọ pé ọba Elédùmarè ti Jésù Kristi àti tànábì Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam kò ní fi wá sílẹ̀. Gbogbo ẹ̀tọ́ wa tí wọ́n ti fi dùn wá nínú àgbà fún wa láìpẹ́ láì jìnà. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá wa nínú Olúwa tí ẹ sọ fún wa pé kí ni pé Nàìjíríà ńkọ́ ó ti ń lọ sí òpin. Tó bá ti máa wá dé náà kó dé bá gbogbo wa ní ayọ̀ àti àlàáfíà. Nígbàkígbà tí Nàìjíríà bá dé, kí a mọ̀ pé ó ti ń lọ báyìí. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá wá ń pètò pé Nàìjíríà ṣì máa ní ìlọsíwájú, ìrọ̀lẹ́ pa, kò lè lọ sí ìlọsíwájú kankan, torí pé Nàìjíríà ti ṣiṣẹ́ kíni, ó ti expire. So bí ẹ báyìí tí gbọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀, ẹ ti ń gbọ́ lórí ìkànnì yìí, bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ ń gbọ́ lórí àwọn ìkànnì tó kù náà pé the future of Nigeria is gone.
So don't even worry yourself trying to rectify, the damage, the atrocity, the dehumanize. Mokinyi, Mr. Kenzie, Eshegon Motiro, everybody that donates and support this platform, we appreciate you. Like we said, it's an independent platform. We need a lot of, resources, for the media to be able to operate as much as possible. JP Obalola, mo alori program, Shewapa, mo alori to Sheko Agent. All right then. All right. So bí gbogbo wa ti ṣe gbọ́, kò sẹ́ni kankan tó ń bá ẹnì kankan jà. Ẹ̀tọ́ tá ń béèrè fún, ẹ̀tọ́ tó ní kìmí nínú ni. And nobody should tell you otherwise that in tó ń béèrè fún yẹn is not their right. Mo kí i pé ẹ jẹ́ ká túbọ̀ máa push message wa sí, mo wà lórí program lọ́wọ́, so ká ṣì máa push message wa sí àwọn politicians, àwọn tó yẹ kó gbọ́ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation àtàwọn tí wọ́n ti wà aware. Whether they are aware before or not, let us just say that we, the Yoruba people that have now looked at the structure of the way Nigeria is, it is not working for every one of us, and there is nothing that can be done to rescue, the plight of Nigeria right now. So once again, ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, àwọn bàbá tó ń ní Ọlọ́run fi nǹkan kan ránṣẹ́ sáwọn fún gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà. Let Tinubu, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, think about it and try to allow the country and everybody to go their separate ways. But one thing we know is that these politicians are, they're very adamant. Eleti kúnkún ni wọ́n fẹ́ gbọ́. Nígbà tó bá wá délẹ̀ tán nísìn, like Kenya as is happening, then they will now be pushing military out, water cannon, tear gas. Bullet cannot solve the problem of Nigeria. It still can be solved with dialogue. But if you are all thinking nobody can do anything, well, listen to this. I mean, shake on the kitchen.
Listen.
But the Asia
And I saw 3 flags. Write it down.
Nigeria Meta.
Nigeria will be divided into 3. Okay.
Rabas time.
Write it down. Thus says the Lord. In the month of October, November,
so what these our fathers are saying that in the month of October, November, October, January, February, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, there's going to be some push that wants to happen in Nigeria. Tinubu can do much to quickly bring together the real owners of Nigerians, our fathers, the royals, the northern fathers, the eastern fathers, their royal fathers, I mean, and likewise the one from the middle belt. Bring them to Abuja quickly. This can be done. Look, the priority right now is for the government to continue to quickly bring solution to this problem. But if Tinubu thinks jetting around the world, America cannot stop what is about to. America will bring in their soldiers and they will only remove their own citizen, whoever has American citizenship as at the time, whatever the terrorists are planning to do to kill as many of us, because the terrorists are moving in. They are moving in their droves, they are moving in their millions, because there are millions as well. They have them across West Africa, Sahel. And we've been warned before. But because we are not understanding that when we were told, we thought that it is not going to happen. But Dr. Malafia Obadia told us specifically that the northern governors, especially the El Rufais, they are behind the Fulani Islamization of Nigeria. But if you're one of those that says, no, in Jesus, it's not going to happen. No, it is already in the process. And this is a reminder of what Malafia told us.
Which is it for you, Dr. Badaya? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
But that's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Okay. How would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
Coming from the Koikimedia International News yesterday, string of Nigeria's suicide attacks killed at least 18 people. According to the story that came out in the wire, Borno State in Nigeria, one of the most deadliest places you can think of as of today. At least 18 people were killed and 19 seriously wounded in suicide attacks targeting a wedding, hospital, and a funeral in the northeastern Nigeria yesterday, the 29th of June 2024. The region was being scarred by more than a decade of violence by the jihadist group Boko Haram, which did not immediately claim responsibility for the string of attacks. In one of the 3 blasts simultaneously in different places, on Saturday, the 29th of June 2024, in Borno State in Nigeria, in a town called Gwaza, a woman with a baby strapped to her back, with a baby, Yoruba they sleep. Yoruba people in they sleep. I want to firepower dani. Yoruba people in they sleep. I'm able to master. I think Yoruba people they sleep. Do we still have governors that can protect us with all this mess? Koikimedia in Lagos State. Okay, that's all right. Koikimedia, your state. But we know that Oyo lost out because there was a bomb attack on the 16th of January. According to the government, 8 people died. One of them was our mother that lost her son, Dr. Toluwalashe. Kehinde Toluwalashe died in the Ibadan bomb blast. Have there been any court case, anything happening? Nothing, have it. Everybody has moved on. Hey, congratulations on your people, Ibadan people. But you can come here and start talking and spilling your rubbish. So Seyi Makinde is not making any court case for anybody. Wow. But people that were protesting for end SARS are still in the prison all over Nigeria. Innocent Nigerians adopted in the night, in the daytime, in the afternoon, molested, asked to open their mobile phone so that you can see who you're talking to abroad, and they castigate you as an automatic Yahoo. But the real Yahoo, Bola Tinubu and the rest of the government, they are there. Nothing is being done to them. Interesting. That is your country, right? That you want to rescue. Let's set up a political party. You use that to fight that. You just want to go and steal money as well. Which political party are you setting up? Which political party in our own setup that will fix Nigeria? Oh, we will use that to talk to you. No, we don't need that. Let's use this one to talk to people about Yoruba nation. We don't need any political party. The woman ogbe ọmọ sára pẹ̀lú bọ́ǹbù tó bá gbọ́ ogun tí mò ń sọ látẹ̀ǹkan. Wọ́n ní ogbe ọmọ baby, she had a baby kíní kan. Ìwọ àwa la value baby, we value life. Mo ń bọ̀, mo ì tí dé. Mo ń ṣe nǹkan ní kitchen and the program is just 15 minutes. Mo kí gbogbo ilé nǹkan sí. We might not be able to mention all the names, but we love you, appreciate you. Gbóhùn sókè, ìyá mi.
Ẹni tó bá ti fẹ́ ṣèṣílé ẹni bó ṣe ń bowó mi ní wáyé tí o ẹ ṣeun gan ni. Nígbà tó bá wá yá àwọn tẹ́ ti jẹ ní gbèsè tí gbogbo wọn ti yáwó lọ́wọ́ wọn tó ti pé wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń bowó jẹ́. Ẹni tó bá ti fẹ́ ṣèṣílé ẹni bó ṣe ń bowó jẹ́. Bó bá fẹ́ ṣe ẹni bó ṣe ń bowó jẹ́. Bó bá fẹ́ ṣe wedding ẹni bó ṣe ń bowó jẹ́. Bó bá fẹ́ ṣe ayẹyẹ tòkú ẹni bó ṣe ń bowó jẹ́. Bó bá fẹ́ ṣe toyè ẹni bó ṣe ń bowó jẹ́. N tó ń fowó ṣe nìyẹn. At the end of the day gbogbo àwọn tó lọ yá àwọn owó ìnáwó wọn á padà wá kó nílẹ̀ gbogbo lẹ́fẹ́ fojú sí. Ṣùgbọ́n nítorí pé kí ni Ọlọ́run nífẹ̀ẹ́ wa kò jẹ́ kó fẹ́ ká ṣe ẹrú gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ aládé tó pè wá. Òun ló ṣe lànà àbáyọ fún wa. Ló ṣe yọ àwọn ẹni bí ẹni èèyàn bí èèyàn bí bàbá wa Akintoye, bàbá wa olóyè Sunday Igboho, bàbá mi White Lion tí Ọláyọmí Kóìkì tí kò ń sùn láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án lóru fún ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣítí àwọn updates lẹ́sẹsẹ àwọn nǹkan tó ṣókùnkùn sí yín àwọn ibi tó ti gbà sọ yín sínú bondage tó ti gbà dè yín mọ́lẹ̀ Kóìkì á wá láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án lálẹ́ wọ́n á tú gbogbo ẹ̀. Mo ṣe fọ́gíráàmù kan ní bíyànjú ní àbí ìjẹta sórí YouTube ní láti máa sọ wípé there are so many things tó jẹ́ pé ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ táàmù tó jẹ́ gbọ́dọ̀ Kóìkì láti rí. Mo fẹ́ sáré mo ṣe fọ́gíráàmù lọ́wọ́ báyìí náà ní lórí YouTube. Mo wá fẹ́ sáré lọ́wọ́ fídíò kan lọ́dọ̀ wọn mo fẹ́ ṣú ẹ̀ fún àwọn èèyàn bí mo tún ṣe yé ànọ́dá tí ìyẹn tí mo ní ẹgbà mi ọ̀dọ̀ Kóìkì ni mo ti kọ́kọ́ rí panápaná mọ́tò tó ń jóná nígbà tí mọ́tò panápaná ń jóná ìjọta ló wá fẹ́ paná rí pé náà yẹn máa jó jáde ego ni because kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ paná first time in my life tí máa rí pé mọ́tò panápaná dẹ̀ jóná ó jóná bẹ́ẹ̀ ó jóná tán number one kò sómi inú ẹ̀ kẹ́míkà burúkú ló tún ń lò sínú mọ́tò wọ̀nyẹn so gbogbo irú àwọn nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án lálẹ́ tó ń jẹ́ ká mọ̀ wípé ayé ayọ̀ wà tá lè gbé ayé ìrọ̀rùn wà tá lè gbé Ọlọ́run mọ̀ ń gbé wọn dìde fún wa so ẹ wá jẹ́ káwa náà wá ṣe kí ni ká sowọ́pọ̀ nísìn ìran Yorùbá èmi á sọ wípé kò síyà fún wa mọ́ àwa la dẹ̀ ń fìyà jẹra wa Ọlọ́run ò fìyà jẹ wá ọ̀nà tá dẹ̀ ń gbà fìyà jẹra wa ní pé àìsọ̀pọ̀tì ọwọ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn tó yẹ ká sọ̀pọ̀tì pẹ̀lú tá bá lè fi inú lúnú ká fi ìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan ká sọ̀pọ̀tì wọn nísìn we are getting there we are getting out of that failures country àti kúrò ní location 9 nìyẹn so ẹ jọ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ wá ọ̀rọ̀ million account if any country tẹ́ bá wà ìbá jẹ́ 10 naira 10 pounds $10 10 sefa 10 euro 10 gbogbo ẹ̀ 10 gbogbo owó tó bá ti ń lọ láyé ẹ lọ fi sí and if you have more than that please put it my daddy ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò sáà daddy mi Dr. Olamide mi ò ní wáyé tí bàbá mi so ẹ lọ fi sí.
So as we are almost winding down this Sunday broadcast, like I said, we still have the last 15 minutes. Thank you so much, my beautiful Moremi Lady K. Let's come back to Borno State yesterday. We told you that these are not human beings. I will see if I can mention names before we go. Borno State lánàá ní local government kan or ní town kan wọ́n náà ń pè ní Gwaza. Let's look at the town called Gwaza. Let's see if we can find anything on Google. It's loading. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí àwọn Lijadu sister, as we've mentioned them. Gwaza is the local government area of Borno State, Nigeria. It is the headquarters in the town of Gwaza, a border town about 135 kilometers of the southeast of Maiduguri. All that area is dead. You see the news filter quickly to the social media of the powerful medias around the world. This is how the BBC put it as the headline. Borno, at least 18 people killed in a suspected, it's not suspected, it is exactly what it is, suspected suicide attack in Nigeria. Al Jazeera, at least 18 killed, dozen injured in a Nigeria suicide attack. You can see that BBC is a very biased organization in a suspected, whereas Al Jazeera said it the way it is, 18 people killed, dozen injured in a Nigerian suicide attack. Channels Television, 18 killed as 4 suicide bombers. Wow. Okay, yes, since it's 3 different places. 4 suicide bombers hit Borno State. Are we serious that nothing is going to happen? RTE, at least 18 people killed in a series of Nigerian attacks. Baron, string of Nigerian suicide attack killed at least 18. RTV Online, Nigeria, series of bomb blasts killed 18. New Telegraph, 6 killed, 15 injured in a suicide bomb attack in Borno State. These are all the news as it filter and also on the Koikimedia International News. www.koikimedia International News. If you have not, follow it where we put out all our information, please do so. It will be of benefit to you because there's a lot that we discuss and there's a lot that is happening. Nigeria is at the verge of breakup and nobody can rescue it. It will break and you will not be able to save it. What you can pray for is that when it's going to break, you should also be alive to witness the new country coming out of it. This is just messages that many of you must wake up to the reality that the end of Nigeria is done.
It's too much. This surveillance is too much for this country. Please, if government work, if they cannot protest, we Yalaja, we go open our nyash, we go open our breast, we go protest. Too much surveillance, too much for this country. But before you eat, you go suffer. The surveillance is too much. Please, Maja, find solution for this things. It's too much. Gary 2,000 naira. Since when my father bought me, I did not buy 1,000 naira pence of berry. The selling is 2,000 naira now. It's too much. The savannah is too much. Even the rice, the retail one rice of 1,200 naira. For what reason? It's too much to buy meat.
More than the chop. So let's go back to that story. A woman, abiamo tó gbé ọmọ sára, táwọn kan wọ́ ọmọ báyìí, ó gbé ọmọ sára, then strapped bomb, explosive, in the middle of a wedding ceremony, and boom, exploded. When they tell us 18, in Nigeria, just know that multiply it by 3. 1 or 3 people are watching us. The number of people that thumbs up is 50. Ebawa she thumbs up just to appreciate me for the last 2 hours, 49 minutes sitting here, educating us and myself. Ebawa Gbowole, the share button, and also thumbs up. On the backup channel, on the YouTube, 26 of you are there, only 9 of you thumbs up. It's not helping us. I want to salo, I want to need to renew. Thumbs up, what a thumbs up. But those of you that are very honest and loyal with the platform and knows that this is a truthful platform, you can just come out of the comment. You will not see it. They're allowed to close the comment section. Close the comment section. You'll see thumbs up, and let's push it a little bit up before we end the program in 10 minutes. We've done enough, 3 hours. I got to look after my children now. It's time for them to have their lunch, which I'm making. I don't have to tell you what they're eating. And I believe I've concluded my weekend with us. If I don't come out again, we'll be in another week, another day. But remember that July 1st was a very, very day that Igbo was going to be killed, but he succeeded by not being killed because God was with him. So, as we leave you, Fela reminded me to tell you this again.
These young people, they did deceive you. Why do they do like this? People like this now. One day you must ask them, oh, you're not going to ask them. You must ask. When the time is ready, we go ask. Everybody say, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, that is on that. It might be no. In charge of phone, your lane could hold. Eventually, we lost the Instagram there, but it's fine. I've already done my part. If it's not going to start, then that means there's not much we could do because that means going to but next time we will use a proper charger to charge it. So that is about it. Shout out to Shegun Ono on the program this morning. Ozimede Taiwo, Latif Omosoya, Rahim Abbas, Aziz Badeshere Easy in Miami. Thanks so much for the super chat, you and also Shegun Ono. Jamil Alani, Chigoze Ezekiel. I don't know what country you are, but you say good night. So you might probably be somewhere in Australia or Japan. Boboye Temidayo. It's my first time of hearing them. That is, I believe, whatever you were listening to during the program. I'm not too sure. Denix Otto, thank you so much for participating. Shamsuddin Oladipupo, thank you so much for participating. Osadola Ayokunle, good morning and almost afternoon from here. Shout out to Bishop Adeshino, thank you so much. Eshegon Alaji, Alabi Bashiru, it's good to see you back. And I'm so happy that you were very straightforward yesterday. We must keep the pressure going. Look, we must engage our politicians. Whether we cost them, we abuse them is not the issue. Goiga, Jonathan Mukinyi, Alaji Bashiru Sokwe, Katubo, make effort to engage our politicians. Mr. Joshua F.O. Moses, good morning to you, sir. Mukinyi, Gbogbo in grammar, see, Lafanyati. I just want to start the Instagram quickly and just say thank you because even though I need to end the program in just 7 minutes, actually, 7 minutes. And a lot if you do found to our Instagram now. If you're new to the platform, you're like, Koiki, you know what? Stop wasting your time. Nigeria is not going to break. Well, you better prepare for the worst case scenario instead of coming here to say Nigeria is not going to break. Because many Nigerians are very, very angry. They are bitter with so many things that have gone wrong for 63 years. So let me say shout out to those of you on the backup. Mr. Terry, Tommy Eshegoni, you're doing very well, brother, and likewise you as well. Ayotunde Olaoye, triple DRS all the way in Woolwich. Daniel Adeyemi, Babami Benjamin Adumati, Bawoni Europe, London, Elon. I hope you're enjoying the football. Okay, in grandma, and granddad, and it's a ó yẹ kí ẹ ti padà sí Nàìjíríà. Mo kí sísítà mi, mo kí àǹtí mi, mo kí ọmọdé, mo kí àgbàlagbà. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ kú àdúró tì wá lórí program. Ìyá wa Christina Olúwọlé, mo kí yín mà. You say God will give you more grace in Jesus' name. God will grant us Yoruba nation, inshallah, lágbára Jésù Kristi. Ìyá mi Olúwafúnkẹ́ Adégbóyèga, ìyá wa Mọ̀lára, Ifágbémilékè. And those of you that are here and those of you that are not here, Abiola Kayode, Sonke, Jimmy Ginger, and I'll ask them one more time to post our account number. I can call the Naira one if that is going to be convenient for you. If you want a Zelle, please, it's important. Look, if I have the millions, I will be running certain things behind the scene, but we don't have that money to do it. Especially, like I said, if the Labour Party, the Green Party, the Independent Party, and I believe even the Yoruba political party, I want to print on leaflet. tí olúkálùkù wọn fi operate to tell people to come and vote for them. How can we be saying we are doing Yoruba Nation and we don't have money for leaflet? We don't have money for leaflet. And if you want to do it and send message saying, Mr. Koiki, we've done it, and we just want to know, how do you receive it? About our producer. We are not talking about 10,000 leaflets here. We're talking about millions of leaflets. Am I Kafi Shere, Moki Jaya, brother me. Send any audio. Let me see if I can play our voice. Test, because I haven't listened to you for, I've been very busy in the last 24 hours, 72 hours. So let's see. Bishop Adesina, in Nigeria is a confused state. Military men shot dead wife of the same military soldier in Nigeria. Ijaya Ibami send message to me again because it's lost Sale. So, that's if you're listening to me. So, it's important that you also, put your effort in there. We've talked about the Lijadu sister this morning. You play back the program, you'll be able to know more about them as well. Okay, next time I want to join you live, please keep me informed. About today, because but apparently we didn't know what happened. He couldn't join the program. If you're new to this platform, this is a platform that talks about self-determination. Let us just agree that we will arrive at the destination is a push, which we are doing right now. Like Alhaji Bashir said yesterday, we keep it push, we keep the push going, we keep it going until the structure will finally collapse. Different groups, independent groups. A lot of people are doing so many things. I have some here say Yoruba pastor group. We have different groups. Yoruba student, we have different groups. If you're not in any group, some of you say, Koiki has in a group. What you should first ask is, say Nigeria lewa. If you're in Nigeria, you should be finding out what is happening in your state, then probably what is happening in your local government. The Baba abroad, mostly you should be working along with Ilanomo Odua, which is, the main structure. Under Ilanomo Odua, they have representative in the YSDM. Emakos Okwe Yoruba Nation, Wala Mada Segbe, but Etishegbe now. Etishe student association, Etishegbe and association, even within your workforce. Some of you are, you are working harder. It's going to cool down a little bit, okay? It's already ready. So, so Kawama Sokwe, I move it direct, but Chorimu like Wala. Yes, and Mama ni misunderstanding line Tabawan in a group. Yoruba Nation Ibadan Lele Nisin. Mukiawa Ebisuwa. Correct me, I guess she's probably waking up in the Canada where she is right now. So, get to know Tebari Charles Siwa. What you would be getting is when you say to me, in the group, I will send you to Mayor. Is the youth leader in Nigeria. Then it will work out where you should be. Tibada if group telewa, I'll just say hello, join a lay. But mostly you should be working with a particular group. Tibada say, I just want to be independent, think of Agbo program came in there, my law, but I believe in Yoruba Nation. Then that's no problem. I think these ones were released by Ijaya on Friday. I'll just play this one and then go and serve my children their lunch. I've not listened to it myself. I'm listening to it together with you. Friday, Dr. Sender sing me. Musha Ngbo listen.
Nation. Of Yoruba Nation. Of Yoruba Nation. Of Olori Yoruba. Of Baba Akintoye. Ibare Baba. Ojonya Dalesa. Of Igbowo Sha. Jagun. Olórí àwa àdúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá nǹkan tí Báàlì ṣe nìyí o tó wà náà ṣe fún wa ipé gbogbo Fúlàní tó wà láfíríkà Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n àti màálù wọn tí gbogbo yín káwọ́ gbénú tẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tí gbogbo ẹ fi dàrú
Ọtún àwọn míì ọtún kọ́ àwọn míì wọlé sí pẹ̀lú bọ́n. Ẹgbẹ́ òun sókè. If you don't have proper documentation, you cannot come to Nigeria. Kì í ṣe pé ká wà vigilant. Vigilant. Ẹni tó ń ṣọ̀yàn. Ó yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tí ò ṣọ̀yàn. Ẹni tó ń ṣọ́ wa. Ó yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tí ò ṣọ́ yí o. Ẹ̀yin ò dẹ̀ ṣọ̀yàn kankan. Ẹgbẹ́ òun sókè. We don't want no Fulani from Africa to come to Nigeria. It's not constitutional. Why tell you somebody come around Benin Mabo, Yoruba? Why tell you somebody want to go to Brazil, Yoruba? Come up in Nigeria without visa. A one double standard. Tell you, Sarah. One is get like Pana Roko. Toba Darabato. Ọwọ́ lè ká wọ́n tẹ̀sí wa wò ẹ̀yìn moot ẹwà muted bí omi inú àmù ẹgbẹ́ òun sókè. We don't want Fulani from Africa to come to Nigeria. They are not Nigerians, and cow cannot be a citizen. Kò possible. Ẹ̀rọ kì í ṣe human being. There's no country in the world recognize animal as a human being or citizen. Àwọn people in test wa wo. Ẹ̀yọ́ de sọ̀rọ̀. Àtọ́ba Akintoye. Àárín kankan tó bá ní jáde nínú yín. Institutions of obas, institutions of traditional, institutions of cultural and heritage. Kò sí kankan tó dìde. Wọ́n àwọn gbogbo Fúlàní tálẹ̀ l'Áfíríkà, àwọn bandits, àwọn terrorists, àwọn yẹn tó jẹ́ Nàìjíríà, Tinubu fẹ́ accept wọn. Wọ́n dìgì grave fún yín. Wọ́n dìgì grave fún yín. Ẹ̀yin sọ fún wa ká wà vigilant àbí ká gbóhùn sókè ká condemn nǹkan tí ò dá ká ní kò possible. Yoruba, ẹ má disappoint me. Ẹgbẹ́ òun sókè. No Fulani from African country can come to Nigeria without proper documentation. All illegal Fulani in Nigeria, Tinubu must be deported. Time to work. All illegal Fulani in Nigeria without proper documentation must be deported in masses. In masses. The Bible can see me. Of Yoruba nation. Kí ni gbogbo kàdìkàtì yìí? Ẹ̀yin Yorùbá, ẹ wá sọ fún wa. Wọ́n ti káwọn jàǹdùkú wọlé o. Ká wà vigilant àbí ká ké fún government. Ká ṣe kọ́tọ́ ṣe ní Kenya. Oh, youth rise up. Youth rise up. It's time. Láti kí fún bad governor. It's time to say no to bad governor. It's time to say no to Nigerian government. It's time to say no to our corrupt leader. Up Yoruba nation. Up Yoruba nation. Ọgbogbo lórí àwa. Ọgbogbo agitator. Campaigners. Sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀. Dásídásí. Rise up and say no to all illegal Fulani coming to Nigeria. No, no, no.
Grab Yoruba nation, up Yoruba nation. Rama Yoruba nation, pẹ̀lú Yoruba people, rally ń bọ̀. Ẹ lọ gbáradì. Àwọn ò bá wọn ṣe ṣeré o. Ẹ gbà tí Tinubu wá lè gbowó fún wọn ní north. Láti prepare regional. Èlò ló gbé báwa ní south. Èlò ló gbé báwọn governor ẹ lè kówó jẹ mọ́. Ẹ máa pọ̀. Governor, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa forí fáyà tó wà lẹ̀ yìí. Because tó bá dẹ̀rù, ẹ̀yin lẹ máa wọlé wá bá. Because ẹ̀yin lẹ kọ́ sí ẹ̀. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ defend wa. Èlò ló gbé fẹ́ yìí.
Èlò lágbèfẹ́ yìí. Tẹ́bí develop region náà. Ẹ̀yin ò sọ̀rọ̀. Kò yé wa bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe yú ẹ̀yin gọ́vnà. Àní orí yìí la máa ti fẹ́ gbọ́. Tẹ́bá jẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ èbè Yorùbá dàrú. Ẹ lè sá lọ. Tẹ́bá sá lọ. A máa fẹ́ gbọ́ lórí fámìlì yìí. Aláwọ̀ fẹ́ kú olóko ẹrú. Tẹ́bá wa ro tàwọn ọmọ ìyá yìí. Báwọn Fúlàní ṣe ń ro tọmọ ìyá wọn. Àwọn minority. Ẹ wo bó ṣe organize ara wọn. Tẹ́yìn ò lè organize wa. Tẹ́ defend wa. Tẹ́ jà fórílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Èlò lọ́gbẹ́fẹ́ yìí náà as a region náà to develop your region. Ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. Adájọ́ làdákú. Ẹ̀yin bẹ́sẹ̀ bá lọ yìí. Àná yìí lẹ́ máa jẹ̀yẹ. Orí yìí lọ́ máa ti fẹ́ gbọ́. Tẹ́ ẹ bá ṣòótọ́. Tẹ́ ẹ bá wà tó. Ká kú olóko ẹrú. Gọ́vnà, a máa fẹ́ gbọ́ lórí yìí. You are part of the problem. You failed in your primary duty. Governor, of Yoruba nation, ojú wa ti là. Àfẹ́jẹ̀yà mọ́. We cannot be a slave in our land. Nonsense. Ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà. Ẹ dìde ẹ kiri bó ṣe ń lọ. Èdè lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ fún wa ní Southwest ní Jordan tí wá kàbí develop. Àbí Fúlàní nìkan ló ń gbowó fún. Ṣé wọ́n gbowó fẹ́ yìí? Àdájẹ́ làdákú. Ẹ̀yin gómìnà jákujàku yìí. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ nílà káyè. Ẹ̀yin tó rí yóò pé. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ilé ayé la bówó, ilé ayé la máa fílẹ̀ sí. Ṣé wọ́n kówó lọ sọ́run? Kò sọ́run. Ẹ gbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò sọ́run o. Kò sí kan tó jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Àwọn òyìnbó mọ ibi tọ́lọ́run gbé wọn tí sọ fún yín. Okay. Next question tí mi máa sọ fún yín. Wọ́n mọ ibi tọ́lọ́run gbé. Tẹ̀bẹ́dẹ̀fẹ́ dọkumẹ́ntì yẹn wà lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ẹ̀yin motherfucker. Ẹ̀yin sùn ẹgbẹ́, ẹ̀yin dìdìrín. Ẹ̀yin nàpákó. Ẹ̀yin tọ́sọ pé kẹjẹ aláyé kẹlẹjọ rẹ̀ lọ́rùn. Táwọn olórí ń kówó jọ tó ń gbádùn ilé ayé tó ń kọ́ máa ṣàn. Ilé ayé tí gbádùn ẹ̀. Ẹ tún jà fọ́run tí ò sí. Ẹ̀yin dìdìrín sùn ẹgbẹ́ nàpákó, ẹ̀yin múgùn. Ẹ wake up. Kẹ ṣe bí èèyàn. Kẹ fòṣì sílẹ̀. Of Yoruba nation. Ìjọyà is my name.
3 minutes ago, the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria posted this. Just 3 minutes ago. In Thomas, the United States condemns in the strongest possible terms the horrific attacks that took place in Gwaza in Borno State yesterday, the June 29, 2024, where 4 terrorist bombers, one of them was a woman with her children strapped to the back. In a wedding, she blew herself away with the child. The U.S., this is a repressive act of violence, show a cruel and heartless disregard for human life. We offer our deepest condolences to the families and the friends of those killed and wish a full recovery to the injured. These abhorrent attacks are a stark reminder of the ongoing threat posed by terrorism in the region. The U.S. diplomatic mission in Nigeria is committed to our partnership with Nigeria as it works to defeat terrorism and bringing the perpetrators of this erroneous act to justice. That is what you will get until they kill every single one of us. Until we are all massacred and killed. Oseni Salami. Olakunle Mokie. What do you prefer? Any statement like this or a total pullout? This is the reason why. Let us forget about the fighting between us and the Biafra. Let us join force together. We are not one. We can never be one. We are not going to share any government together. They want to go, we want to go. Arewa wants to go, John wants to go. Let's form the formation and make the push. This is all America will be telling you. John, Danny, thank you so much. In terms of Solid Lake, we strongly possible times of horrific attacks. Is this today that they don't attack us? Why are you doing all that for? It's too much, okay? Stop messing around now, okay? So it's entirely up to you and me. Our long affect. America's citizens are not being affected. Our long affect Eshigoni John Danny. Let us work together with the Biafra and make the final push out of Nigeria. Yes, we might not align and agree on everything, but on the right of the people that wants to go, the indigenous people, inalienable right, I don't think there's any reason why we shouldn't work together to pull out. Kudos to them as they're making more headways. Kudos to us as we are making headways. We're all going on a different platform, different ways, but I believe that we should not allow, I am not talking about the Igbos that are thinking that they can fix Nigeria and they want to take Lagos State. They don't burn their papa well to take Lagos from us. They never burn them well. They are hearing me. They know. I told Simon Ekpa that. But Simon Ekpa is not one of those that say they're going to come and take Lagos. Let us fight together to pull. Nigeria cannot defeat the two of us. You know that. You know that. But Koiki, they cannot defeat us alone, but it might take longer. We have 3 people, major ethnic group. 2 of them say no. Some 2 of them still say yes. Then Yoruba people are the one holding Nigeria as we stand today. Awala and Demu. And it's because you also want to chop your own. Don't allow the infighting going on, especially on the social media between Igbos and Yorubas, to distract us from the real enemies. The real enemies are the Fulanis that want to make sure that we will not have peace on our land. So America says, Ema Binu and Yomo Nigeria, Ema Binu Siwa, we are just going to make sure that we continue to have diplomatic mission in Nigeria and committed to our partnership with Nigeria. That is what America is good at. But America doesn't give country and they cannot stop the Biafra and they will not be able to stop us. We own it. Joe Biden doesn't own Nigeria. Trump doesn't own Nigeria. All right. Trump doesn't own Nigeria. Rishi Sunak doesn't own Nigeria. Kistama, Justin Trudeau, Pata. But it is us to make the first move, to give them the signal and let them make the announcement themselves that Nigeria will go. But if you just say, we don't need money, we don't need money, we need money. Pull that money out now. Let's start doing more leaflets. Let's start doing other things and not everything I'm here to tell you in the first place. And that's how far I can go. I've done 3 hours, 13 minutes. I got to go now. And then also take care of myself and my family. And likewise, if I'm not back again today, we'll be back again the week coming. Yoruba Nation has come to stay. Not even your mother, not even your father, not even your pastor, your imam, your babalawo can stop this movement. It's a moving train. You stand in front of it, it will crush you to death. Even your brain, it will crush everything. Don't stay behind. Work with it, support it financially, most importantly, with every of your own resources. Yes, it's costing us a lot of time and money, but the end result is the best. You will not have to fight to get an American passport and try to get indefinite stay like me for 15 years. Maabo in UK. Afitoba BSCB, Abitoba marry, which is not going to be very straightforward anyway. Immigration, you will be here for some time. You'll be chopping toy like me. For me, I am ready to go back and support our people on the ground. So if you're going to support us, like I said, they're putting the details out again in the last 1 minute. The account number, First Bank, 30 96 80 88 48. Can we raise 5 million? I don't know. If we raise 5 million and I can say 5 million, I will put 3 million and I'll pull it into making resources. But the problem is that 5 million doesn't come because nobody wants to support. But that's fine. Into Majeke support, Osumobo. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn wòlíì, gbogbo àwọn àfà, Olayomi Koiki ni mò ń jẹ́. Thank you so much. And this is how we play the anthem and we end the Sunday broadcast. I'm sure you'll be hearing more from other medias when they come out as well. I think I've done justice on this side. Mo kí Bishop Adesina, gbogbo yín pátá la kí láyọ̀ ẹnìkankan sílẹ̀. And again, even if you believe in Tinubu, Tinubu is a weaker element. It cannot do exactly your expectation. You will cry because Tinubu will enjoy his life. When problems start, they will secure Tinubu, hopefully, to get out of Nigeria so that he doesn't get killed, because the Northerners are ready to kill Tinubu. We know that. They want to kill Tinubu, but they are doing everything to kill Tinubu so that when they kill Tinubu, they will deal with me and they'll probably deal with you more. Well, the problem is I am 3,000 miles away. You at home, we face the biggest threat that you've never seen before. Have a blessed Sunday. Yoruba Nation has come to stay.
See